You happy?
Still,
You know,
still
in
two,
the in the
still two
grand
minutes late
scheme of
though.
things, in this scheme of things, 2 minutes isn't really that different from 5 minutes,
You know
which
what? You're
really
right,
isn't that
actually.
isn't
Brands.
isn't that far off from 10 minutes, really.
Yeah,
Honestly, you
really?
might
Isn't
might
that
as well
far off
go with
from 30 minutes, which isn't that far off from an hour?
At
honestly, you
least
might as well skip today, honestly.
In the grand scheme
Yeah,
of things, it's not that bad, right? Like, if I just skip like a week worth of streaming, then it's fine. No one will really notice.
I think everybody would notice probably.
Maybe I should just, never stream again.
Sorry, Helix, you're not allowed to start your homework on anything that isn't a hour or half hour mark.
Real.
huh?
Can't start doing.
It's 7:02. You gotta wait till 7:30.
Well,
It's 7:02. We have to wait until 8 to start stream now. Okay, Discord, please. There we go. Thank you, Discord.
All right, so we're all reading the SCP wiki, right?
Yeah, yeah, all
that's
of
We're
right.
it.
At the same time.
we're take
Alright,
turnsing.
we're not taking
No, we're
turns.
all
We're
speaking at
all
the same
reading
time.
at the exact same time.
Is that the Dragon of Dojima?
I don't know, but
Holy
the
shit!
stream size is wrong. I can't
That's
fit
a
this window
dude.
into stream properly, so I'm trying to. There's,
Dragon, I'm in.
there's just gonna be a little bit of black at the top of the screen. That's fine. Do
I'm sure.
All right,
SCP-41 or maybe 67? Do you actually know what these are, or are you just saying words?
all right. So we're speaking with the voice of the Legion, right?
I don't think we can coordinate enough to all start reading it at the same time.
I had
It's
never
the might
said
of the
anything
Imperial
about
Legion.
that. I never said anything about that. We all just start reading. It's not going to be synced up at all.
Special containment procedures. SCP-021 is enough. Why are none
The
of you
parasite
starting?
of the human body.
This is
Ah,
miserable. Who's all actually volunteering to be reading during this
me.
stream? I know me and
uh,
Mordor.
I'll be a
When you feel
guest
like it.
speaker,
Alright, cool.
but I'm going to give no indication that I'm going to be the one reading. So you're gonna go to a new page and then
Please
You'll
no.
just start. That'd be awful.
Please no.
That'd be wonderful, Ridge.
members of the chat are offering.
Like, I think
Uh,
this is awesome, Ridge. I
Alright,
think that's the best idea ever.
alright, help me God, I am dying. You can start, but you have to type the messages as you read it instead. So just start typing it out in chat. And then I'll just read the messages.
oh
What
God. Okay.
what do you mean you forgot? You forgot how to read?
Whoopsie daisy.
Good thing Mord is
Oops.
reading this first one, am I right?
Whoops.
All right, get to it,
Oops.
fucker.
God damn it. Can I even oh fuck. I can. I'm just gonna look like a grandpa, like
You
squinting at me.
already do. It's fine.
Let me set a timer and pull up stream on my phone first.
All
Oh.
right, fine. Give me a sec.
No, I should be the one to read it with the
No, no,
glasses
no.
off.
You gotta read chat. Look in chat.
You're
Yeah.
right, you're right.
All
Alright.
right. So, am I reading this or what?
No, man.
Or I get to it. He looks. Fuck you.
SCP-021 is an obligate parasite of the human. Oh, it sucks. Containment, therefore, I can't see because of the little buttons that show up over chat messages to indicate that I can modify them. There we go.
Yeah.
There is no
Yes, you
more
did great.
difficult. It is no more difficult than containing an adult human. Most cells will suffice. Item is currently housed in a detention cell. I'm not doing that. I'm not reading from the chat message.
Well, no, don't read the chat message.
You did good. You did good. Okay, when did I stop? Item is currently housed in Detention Cell 217A on Subject D-139. Only Class D personnel are eligible for hosting SCP-021 as long as a given subject survives as a host for SCP-021. It's hard for me to see small words.
You can
He is
do
exempt from
Control
normal monthly
Plus.
terminations of Class D personnel.
Yeah, do Control Plus.
What's a Control Plus?
You can do Control Plus.
Christ, okay.
Hey, go Control Minus now, actually.
Yeah. Give me a second. All right,
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
It is
Yeah,
Dragon
yes.
Dojima.
I can't.
Anyways,
Where's the words
Dragons are
at?
Down.
actually, it's to the left.
Oh, it really
Oh wait,
is.
no, now it's
It's
down.
down.
Sorry, it's
This
down.
is awful.
I'm.
Zoom the fuck out.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
didn't mean like that. Quit wasting time and get back to reading,
There's an
fucker.
ad break. At least it said there was going to be. Yeah, there it is. It
Not
just
for me,
hit.
there ain't.
It just hit the ad break.
I love how
Oh.
consistent Twitch is as a platform. Oh, now it is. Okay.
Oh god, not the Velveeta.
There's an ad break.
Okay, I
I just
thought
wish there
so.
wasn't.
Oh. Okay, cool. I don't
How long
remember.
is
Did
the
they make it
ad
so
break?
they can hear streamers during ad breaks, or is that a lie?
I don't think so.
Because
That's
I
a
think,
lie.
Anytime I've ever unmuted, it's always been the fucking ad.
yeah, because I know they put like the stream in the upper right to kind of make it not as disruptive, but it's still fucking awfully disruptive.
It's still, yeah.
It's so
Oh,
small in the
well,
corner.
okay, on Opera you can, but I think that's a thing of Opera, not so much. You know. Weird.
There's only like 20 seconds left of it.
Yeah, I've only got the 40 seconds left.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Twitch, please.
Mine only has 20 seconds.
As a streamer, I need to know when there is an ad break and when
Why,
there
this
isn't.
platform is fucking awful, I
I
swear.
can't even check from my phone because it's the same account. So I don't get ads because I'm looking at the streamer mode.
Whatever you just said, I agree.
On my phone where I have Twitch chat pulled up for me to read when I'm not tabbed out, I'm logged into Gaming with Stupidity. And that means I don't get ads because it's my own stream. But then I can't tell when there's an ad, and OBS just lies.
It's over.
Alright, cool.
It's ended.
We're back to reading then. Description.
I see.
SCP-21 takes the form of a large and elaborate tattoo of a serpentine dragon in the Oriental style, covering approximately, is that 3 or 8? 0.8
0.8.
square meters of skin. This tattoo is fully animate within the confines of its host skin and behaves largely as a normal animal would, albeit in only 2 dimensions. The tattoo's movement causes constant pain to its host, comparable and similar in character to simultaneous tattooing and tattoo removal on a large scale. The organism tends to spend most of its time on and near the torso. That feels like such a short sentence. Oh. SCP-021 displays no intelligence beyond a basic pattern of feeding and locomotion, although actually measuring the intelligence of a two-dimensional life form has proven impossible thus far.
How does he eat?
SCP-021 appears... I can put my glasses back on, thank fucking God.
Okay.
Appears to feed exclusively on pigments in the host skin. This can include melanin, in which case the subject appears to be suffering I don't know how to pronounce that.
Vitiligo. I think.
Vitiligo or vitiligo?
Vitiligo.
Incredible.
Vitiligo. However, the organism shows a marked preference for other tattoos and will seek out and devour these before resorting to natural pigments. It should be noted that the feeding process itself, beyond the sensation of movement, is painless. Normal tattoo ink simply vanishes as it is eaten. The organism maintains a constant size and no excretions have been observed. you imagine if it pooped tattoos?
That
It's just like
Incredible.
The organism is capable of clearing over 0.6 square meters of skin per hour. One may feed SCP-021 by quickly tattooing fruits or small animals on the host. Why does it say quickly?
how do you know when they're hungry though?
Why do you keep feeding it?
Yeah, like does it need to eat to
What
survive?
what happens
Like
if it doesn't? Does it just get angry? What's it gonna do?
like what happens when it runs out of pigment? Like
Exactly. SCP-021 can be transferred between hosts by various forms of physical contact with differing rates of success. In the case of successful transfer, the organism simply swims from one person to the other. Sexual intercourse appears to be the most reliable method of transfer, with a 93%
oh,
rate of transmission. Why?
that's how you transferred the tattoo?
That's how
Damn.
you
It's the
transfer
most
the.
reliable way they've found, anyway. I don't know why. I imagine they discovered that by
Imagine the D
mistake.
class they had to test this with to get a 93% rate of success.
I
How
don't think
many
they
times did
tested with
they?
the same person.
They just made two people pass it back and forth
Oh my god.
until one of them
Alright.
died, and they were like, "Oh,
Until one of them had a,
93%."
until one of them had an aneurysm. Yeah. Yes, Ridge.
Alright, you did 100 times and 7 times it didn't transfer.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, that is such a specific number. You don't break that down in any other way.
The scientist looking to get an accurate sample size. You're not done yet.
However, due to the severe pain involved, this is less than ideal. Contact
No
between
shit.
two open wounds is generally preferable. Transfer is
Ugh.
more complicated in deceased subjects, though not unreasonably so. The organism suffers no ill effects from the death of its host and continues to consume pigments. Transmission between species is unknown. Previous texts suggest it to be either impossible or exceedingly rare. SCP-021 does confer some benefits to its host. The tattoo has been proven to accelerate the release and reuptake of epinephrine? Epinephrine? Epinephrine.
Epinephrine, I think.
Epinephrine.
Epinephrine and decrease lactic
Uh,
acid buildup, providing boosts of strength, confidence, and pain tolerance in stressful situations, and reducing the usual after effects of weakness and fatigue. In addition, the tattoo seems to. Is this the tough guy tattoo from Dragon Quest?
oh, goddamn.
I just
Not one goddamn string with you, Helix.
In addition, the tattoo seems to have some beneficial effects on the host immune system. Aggression profiles in hosts are generally higher than average, though whether this is a direct effect of the tattoo or simply a reaction to the constant pain remains to be seen. Symbiotic
That's
relationship
fair.
is usually limited by how long the host can tolerate such pain in everyday life. This has culminated in suicide in a number of subjects. In rare cases, hosts have also fallen victim to fatal skin infections. SCP-021's origins and nature are a mystery. Tracing its transmission from host to host is hardly feasible within the confines of secrecy. The organism could well be hundreds of years old, if not more. Nevertheless, SCP-021's captivity is one of the longest in Foundation history at nearly years and has been very educational thus far. Current research focuses mainly on observing the characteristics of life in two dimensions.
That is actually a pretty interesting concept for an SCP, I will say.
Yeah, it is cool, very easily contained.
What does epinephrine actually do in the body again? I forget.
Where was the word? Found it.
3 paragraphs. There you go. Adrenaline.
It's
Adrenaline.
adrenaline.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Soldier syringe.
Hmm.
Reference. All right.
It increases attack speed.
yeah, it just seems to generally improve physical capabilities, but also make you more irritable.
Increases attack speed.
Yeah. Granted, I entirely understand if I hate you so much. Granted, I do understand I would probably be really pissy too if I had that thing stuck on me by the sounds of it. Just
Yeah,
the
it does sound
continual
awful.
searing pain of what feels like adding and removing a tattoo frequently.
They didn't
What?
mention what happens if it gets hungry. Can we assume like that? I mean, I guess
I don't
the
I don't know
host
if it's
probably.
capable of starving.
It eats your skin color. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
when you run out of skin color, do you just die? I assume so, right? I don't think you.
I
I don't
well, I mean, it
think
mentions
so.
that it's usually just an issue of it so a lot more draining on someone's psyche because the constant like lingering pain or maybe dying to skin disease.
I doubt most of the time it would even last long enough on a single person to eat all of their pigment.
Well, I mean, if it's in site containment, they probably don't want to have it latch onto other people more than they
I
have
know,
to.
yeah.
What happens if you like cut it off of someone?
That's
That's
true.
Like
Probably like the
what if
same
well,
way.
what
assuming
if
you
I
even could.
what if I carve out a rectangle of skin in
What if I chop off their arm?
yeah, that.
No,
Yeah,
because
while
like
it's on the arm.
they've had it on like deceased people, so it'd probably just
I mean,
be.
it would stay on the arm. I don't think the entity would like die, but
Yeah, the creature is apparently fine being on dead people. Why don't they just leave it on like
they
A
a dish?
corpse
mentioned
and lock it in a
they
box.
mentioned that wounds also seem to have a high transmission rate. So presumably the first person to try and touch it with open skin, mind you, would probably receive the tattoo.
Like skin can be preserved post death for, I won't say forever, but for a real damn long time. So
No, that's a neat idea for a creature, I will say.
It
you
says,
don't
oh, it's a damage up, health down type of item. Yeah, like from the
You
Binding of
fucking know it.
Isaac.
you don't you don't need to have this on a person.
Yeah.
All right, one sec.
Is that a morgue?
There's, there's a lot of it just saying, this is so many, like,
Oh, this is going to be a pain in my ass, is what this is.
yeah, like the last one mentioned, like, the name of it, like, maybe like 5 times total, right?
What's the rating for this one?
Like, maybe
Scroll up.
once at the start of each paragraph.
Scroll up a sec.
It's rating, oh.
It's got a lower rating than the next one. All right.
This one just spams that shit, I'm so sorry.
Item number SCP-022. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. A vault door has been installed following Incident 022-827 to seal SCP-022. It is to remain locked at all times, with the sole exception being the appearance of an instance of SCP-002-1. The original door to SCP-022 was destroyed during Incident 022-827. Jesus Christ. With attempts at replacement being met with failure, security cameras have been installed to monitor for instances of SCP-022-1. In the event that an instance of SCP-022-1 appears, automated systems should incinerate it the moment it leaves SCP-022. At this point, the vault door may be unlocked to admit cleanup crews. Should the automated systems fail to destroy the instance of 022-1, response teams are cleared to enter and neutralize it. Under no circumstances may any living humans enter SCP-022, except at the order of a Class 4 personnel for testing purposes. Class 4 personnel may also order instances of 022-1 to be captured and held. However, they may not be removed from 022 containment facilities. Description: SCP-022 is a morgue in the basement of Redacted Hospital in Great Britain. Until 1980, Redacted, there were no reported anomalous occurrences within the morgue. Reports of strange activity were first received in November of 1980. Redacted. The area was soon quarantined by the Foundation, with the official story being released that the entire building had been condemned. The reason for the sudden manifestation of its strange properties remained under investigation. Periodically, a random drawer within the morgue will open to reveal a cadaver under a covered sheet. After approximately 6 minutes open, the cadaver will animate and attempt to leave the morgue. At this point, the cadaver is given the designation 022 1. In some cases, the cadaver will be too damaged or decomposed to successfully exit 022 or even rise from the table it lies on. In this case, 022-1 will typically struggle and twitch on the table until expiration occurs. Should an instance of 022-1 expire while remaining on the table slides back into the drawer, which then shuts. Reports indicate that the scent of burnt tissue is evident immediately following such an event, if you would. The energy source that sustains instances of 022-1 is currently unknown. Instances do not breathe, eat, or sleep, and their bodies produce no heat. Analysis of 022-1 following expiration has discovered no abnormal organs or chemicals present. They appear to be fully human cadavers. Instances also possess physical strength exceeding that of normal humans. Though direct testing has proven problematic, researchers estimate the strength increased to be approximately 500 newtons, or 112 pounds of lifting force greater than what would be expected of a human body sharing a similar condition. Analysis is underway to determine if this effect is connected to the unknown power source, if it is an entirely separate phenomenon. When body parts are severed from 022-1, the portion with the greatest mass retains its effects. All other parts become inert. Destruction of the head or brain does not neutralize 022-1. Instead, the lower torso and limbs remain animate. Complete tissue destruction appears to be the only method of successfully terminating instances of SCP-022-1. Left alone, instances of 022-1 will simply expire. All motion ceases, and they appear to become normal cadavers again. The amount of time this takes depends on how damaged the body is and the rate of decomposition, and could take anywhere between 2 days and 3 weeks. Investigation has revealed that the bodies acting as 022-1 match the description of cadavers reported to have been stolen from morgues across the country. The mechanism for this transfer is currently being researched. Adding any new matter to SCP-022 has thus far proved impossible. Any object that enters 022 disappears shortly after passing through the door, leaving no trace. This includes inanimate objects and biological specimens. See Addendum 022-001 and -002. So long as an instance of 022-1 possesses a functioning mouth, tongue, and trachea, it is able to communicate fully with researchers. See interview log 022-751 for details.
Let's just
Okay.
finish that. Let's finish first, and then we'll do the
Yeah,
interview
we'll
log.
check that after. Addendum 001. A request has been submitted to create a new entrance to 022 by removing a portion of the south wall. Request pending approval. Addendum 002. A pile of matter was discovered on the floor of the room directly above 022. It appears to contain all matter that has been sent into 022, with the exception of humans. All materials appear broken and worn down. Metal components were covered in large amounts of rust, with all biological parts being in various stages of decomposition. Testing revealed that the time between inserting an object into SCP-022 and it reappearing above to be precisely 183 seconds. Great. Humans who enter, however, do not appear in said pile. Instead, humans appear to become integrated into the morgue and may later reanimate as instances of 022-1.
Oh, gee, they've stolen this SCP from Maiden Abyss. You have no idea.
How old is Made of Abyss?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what they're thinking of, but I don't know. I don't think there's anything super close to this in Maiden Abyss that I
All
can
right. Well, am I
remember.
reading the
Yeah.
interview or not?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, good.
give the
There's
doctor a
2
name.
Doctor.
Okay. Do you want one of us to play the other character?
Preferably.
I
I'll
will.
play John.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you'd be best for the doctor, considering, but
Oh, I can do that
Dr.
too.
John.
whichever you'd prefer, I don't care.
Is Dr.
All
John.
right, sure. I'll be doctor, but you have to read everything up to the begin log.
Yeah, that's fine. Each of the following interviews begin in much the same way. The instance of 022-1 will typically be hysterical until Foundation personnel are able to calm/restrain them. These portions have been omitted. Date: March of 1980. Interviewee: SCP-022-1-2. Interviewer: Dr. Redacted. Notes: SCP-022-1-2 was the second instance of SCP-022-1 that the Foundation discovered, first having been destroyed on site by Foundation agents. Yeah, that's about right. SCP-022-1-2 had the body of an Asian male approximately 54 years old. Its chest had been stitched up, evidence of an autopsy. Begin log.
Please identify yourself.
My name is John. What the hell is going on?
That's what we're trying to figure out, John. How'd you get into this state?
I don't know.
Nebraska.
Thanks. I don't know. I was driving my car coming home from. Never mind. I was driving and I crashed.
Then what happened?
Nothing. I woke up here. Please, this has to be.
So, you remember being in a car accident, then woke up here in the morgue. Do you have any idea how you got here?
I didn't get here. Don't you get it? This isn't me. I'm not me.
What do you mean you aren't you?
At this point, 022-1-2 becomes severely agitated and had to be physically restrained. This required 6 agents due to the strength increase associated with instances of 022-1. Eventually, -1-2 was calmed and the interview proceeded.
Now, would you please explain what you meant?
This is not me. I saw my reflection in the steel. I'm not some old agent fuck. This isn't me.
Why'd they just
End log.
end the log here? Is my question.
I think
Like,
there's more.
did they just?
Well, oh, I
No,
see.
this is
Okay.
okay. Yeah, agreed.
It had a breakdown. Understood. Following the last statement, 0-1-2 began to smash its head against the wall. Once further restrained, it began to scream unintelligibly for several hours before falling silent, and continued to struggle, though apparently unable to speak, for an additional 6 days until it finally ceased motion. During this time, it continued decomposing at a natural rate. An examination of the body following this interview was unable to determine a cause of death, as many of the internal organs had been removed. The only injury that did not appear to be a result of the previous surgery/autopsy was a damaged trachea. Date: March of 1980, redacted. Interviewee -1-5 and another anonymous doctor. Note: -1-5 animated shortly after D5619 was sent into SCP-022 and subsequently disappeared. -1-5 had the body of an approximately 12-year-old female, missing its right arm and a large portion of its torso. Following the incident with SCP-022-1-3, all instances of SCP-022-1 are physically restrained before being introduced to valuable personnel, with 022-1-5 being no exception.
Please state your name.
What did you bastards do to me?
Please state your name.
What the fuck did you do to me?
We have done nothing to you. Now please state your name.
You know who I fucking am.
Refresh my memory then, please.
I'm the guinea pig you just fucked up. Don't tell me you forgot me, Dr. Asshole.
Are you D5619?
In the flesh. And for your information, jackass, my name is redacted. Now change me back, you son of a bitch. Change me fucking back. End log. At this point, the doctor asked -1-5 several questions to verify its identity, though its identity was confirmed to be that of D5619. No further useful information was gained from -1-5. It was kept in a holding cell until expiring 2 days later. After 3 weeks, the body of D5619 animated as 1-7. In a brief interview of 1-7, it claimed to be an 89-year-old female. Okay, so it just recycles souls into other bodies. Doesn't necessarily keep them.
Yeah. Which is
Alright,
just
that's
the kind of weirdness I'd expect from an SCP, honestly. There's no particular reason it does it. It's just, it does.
it finds a body for the most recent soul it took. It doesn't necessarily matter where it got put.
So basically, this is, the mortuary assistant.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Oh, animal
Oh.
creature.
Oh my god, creature.
Edit.
Creature.
Why is eyes click?
Alright.
I kind of want to click this.
Red
Eyes.
eyes. Whoa.
We'll look at this later.
Yeah, okay.
I might read that.
Alright. Who wants to read this part of my up, or do you want to
Well,
read
we've
part
got
Jerry?
we've got two guest readers, and also,
Vigil.
you know,
Biggle, you want this one?
I'll take this one. SCP-023. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-023 is to be contained in a standard 5 by 5 meter containment unit. SCP-023 is to be contained in a walled off intersection of two corridors at sites with at least 3 meters in each direction, and false doors at 3 of the 4 ends. In addition to the real door, security cameras will be placed, maintained above all 4 doors. At all times, SCP-023's eye sockets are to be filled with spherical inserts made of hard rubber. Eye inserts must be replaced as they degrade. Degradation can be monitored by measuring the brightness of the burning effect, as observed by security footage. Brightness greater than 12 candela requires that the inserts be replaced within 12 hours. Eye inserts are only to be replaced individually and only after the sun has completely. Personnel are not to
Oh, uh-oh.
023.
Hold on,
oh, oh, he's dying.
your audio was choppy there. You might want to reread that last sentence.
Personnel are to not look directly into eye sockets of SCP-023 at any time. Following Incident 023-27, all reflective surfaces, including displays, monitors, and eyewear of any sort, are not permitted within 30 meters of SCP-023 cell. This includes monitors linked to security cameras within its closure. Security personnel posted at checkpoints outside both corridors will enforce and adhere to this measure.
I think.
Experimentation.
Go ahead with that sentence real quick.
Experimentation involving SCP-023 has been suspended indefinitely.
We're gonna go ahead and handle this incident report now.
Okay.
Okay.
Because like we'll just go through them at like reasonable points. Like the eyes one we'll probably do like after the whole article.
All
And
right.
these we'll do like after we reach like the end of the thing.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. All right. SCP involved. SCP-023. Personnel involved. Doctor. Data expunged. Date.
You could just ignore all that fucking random
Okay,
expunged
fine.
like garbage. That's-
Yeah,
yeah.
you see the fucking thing. Description, timeline of events. A pair of glass eyeballs are inserted into the eye sockets of SCP-023 by 2 D-Class personnel. Glass eyes take on an orange-red glow, similar to what SCP-023's real eyes looked like before removal. Molten glass begins to run out of SCP-023's eye sockets. Data expunged appear on all lenses, windows, mirrors, monitors, and glass surfaces at site. Evacuation of site ordered. Sun visible over horizon. D-Class personnel sent in to check area around SCP-023's enclosure. Data expunged, gone. only trace of SCP-023 is a burnt section of floor around a puddle of colored glass. Personnel log of Doctor. It's all my fault. I've doomed my research team and possibly the rest of the facility. All that's left is to keep trying. Must contain SCP-023. Note, on 1 year after incident 02327, personnel were interred in an unmarked mass grave outside site.
It's such a like buzzkill to see someone just spam the fuck out of like so many data expunged.
We really do need like a sound bite to play.
This
Just
was
what the fuck is
practically
the
like
sound that
this was.
SCP Illustrated uses the
It's not even
static?
that.
We need that.
It's just like, why even bother putting the fucking date on it if you're not gonna bother saying like, oh, 8/10,
It's to remain.
2025. Like,
I
just
think
make something up. I can understand like the doctor name and stuff like that, but at this point, this is just lazy to me.
I've
Yes.
got the sound effect.
Oh
He's
god,
gonna do
no.
I
it.
don't want to
God,
do this
he's gonna
bit
do.
again.
Yep. I fucking knew it.
I
Yep,
don't want to
it's-
do
Not
the
doing
bit
this bit
again.
again.
And it's just like reading the date that doesn't exist out adds nothing. Like I can understand
think-
reading like this, but like
I think I'm
this,
just going to, if I see a
yeah.
brick of text upcoming like that, I'm just going to say something along the lines of data expunged.
I'm
Just
just
for all of it.
whenever I'm doing the reading, I'm just gonna make up numbers.
If you
Site-
want to, go ahead.
Site unknown. Sorry, that's site 462 now.
That's
July
how
4th.
easy it would be. But instead, they choose to fill it with nothing.
I understand
July-
site and names, fine, sure, but dates? Come on.
July
full date.
4th, 1776.
Yeah, it's just it would be so. Not like
Oh,
adding like
man.
date expunged, location, site expunged would add nothing to the reading. So if you see
Oh.
stuff like this, feel free to just completely skip over it.
Personnel involved. Dr. Crayman. That's right.
Personnel expunged.
Yep.
Doctor expunged.
my-
What happened is expunged. The date is expunged. Where it happened is like it's like fucking hell, man.
Yeah, this is probably the first example of the fucking meme regarding overly censored incident reports.
Yeah.
If you'd like, I'm gonna take a guess at what was in the data expunged there and say it was eyes.
Yeah. Wow.
Probably.
That crazy.
Incredible,
you-
isn't it?
Oh, didn't Gumfuck tell you? The autopsy report's been updated.
Hold on, I'm gonna read WeFit's message here. SCP redacted is redacted. That looks like redacted in a redacted.
Exactly.
Fucking hell.
Redacted built redacted, and I redacted with a box of redacted.
Oh, man.
You don't even know if it's Euclid or anything. No, it's just redacted.
Yeah.
No,
SCP
object
redacted.
class redacted. SCP
Yep.
0 redacted.
Special containment.
all right. Let's
redacted.
not rag on it too long.
Okay.
This is not going to be the first. This is the first and probably not the last example of such a thing happening.
All
right.
then. Description: SCP-023 is a large, sexless, shaggy canine. 1.5. Why did I say it like that? Actually, sexless.
Accusatory.
1.5
No dick.
meters at the shoulder, with black fur. Crossed out, it has bright orange-red eyes and prominent teeth. See incident report
I
02326.
don't know why it's crossed out.
They doesn't
Anytime
have them anymore.
you probably don't.
Yeah, I suppose not.
Anytime an individual makes eye contact with 023, either that person is a member of their immediate family, will die exactly 1 year after eye contact is broken.
Oh, good.
Research into the method of selection is incomplete. Due to the moratorium,
A pause.
on experiments, but the available data suggests that having a larger immediate family lessens the chance of the individual making eye contact, themselves dying.
Am I
And
crazy, or is this a very bad run-on sentence?
It
That could be
really
that
is.
could be the
That's
end of a like sentence right there.
where
yeah. This feels like something I would write before I like double check myself.
Yeah.
in neither a pattern nor a preference in victim types have been found. This may indicate that 023's victim is designated entirely at random, but it is unknown whether this selection occurs at the beginning or at the end of the 1 year time period. Attempts to terminate an individual who has made eye contact with SCP-023 and their entire immediate family before the 1 year time period has ended data expunged.
Why would they test that?
I
I
have no
mean, don't
idea.
put this past these people. They own. They're given the funding of the world, but more so, I hate that they fucking expunged that data. God damn it.
I'm
Yeah,
just
because
like,
this is interesting.
what?
I want to know that too. Like, I honestly thought of that
Let's
too. Like,
execute
for what
this
happened.
man and his entire family to see what'll happen.
I
No,
just
I
come
genuinely
on.
thought that too. I thought about that. I was like, what would
I
happen?
think the
And
author didn't want to think about it either.
I
Probably
wanted to think
not.
about it.
Finish
Damn,
the
there's still
red.
a target left. Better expunge the data.
All right, read
Expunge.
until addendum, and then we'll do the incident report.
Okay. Autopsies of individuals killed by 023's effect show that while outwardly appearing unharmed, their remains have been filled in with highly compacted ash, including but not limited to all organ systems and the circulatory system. Muscle tissue, bones, and brain tissue universally show signs of exposure to temperatures above Celsius. If not contained in a setting that at least superficially resembles a crossroads, SCP-023 will phase through walls to get to the nearest suitable location, incinerating all materials it passes through.
So is it phasing through the walls, or is it melting through the walls then?
It probably
I
phases through the walls
It
and
faces
then
through
it
the
melts
walls,
behind it.
and then what it passed through then proceeds to melt.
Yeah,
I
Hard
that's what I was
guess.
thinking.
guess.
I
Let's-
continue.
All right. 023 was first brought to the Foundation's attention when it attacked a church while it was in session, killing civilians directly and redacted as a result of eye contact. Following retrieval of 023, Class B amnesiacs
Amnestics.
amnestics were administered to all witnesses and surviving victims. The incident was covered up as a case of arson.
Quick reminder: amnestics are mind wipers, essentially.
think the
Memory wipe.
neuralizer, but typically in injectable form.
Yeah. All right.
There's
Incident
actually an
I
report.
SCP
see.
tied to them, which is fun.
Let's say much. All right. Personnel involved: doctor, 5D class personnel. Expunged. Description: in an attempt to curtail the danger posed by SCP-023, Doctor has approved the removal of both 023's eyes and teeth. Immediately after both its eyes were removed, 023 breached security by vanishing completely. 023 was reobtained on a stretch of interstate at 4:37 p.m. and brought back into containment, where D-class personnel finished pulling out its teeth, while the total number of civilians exposed to 023 during this period is unknown. Death record monitoring has tied 9 civilian deaths to this incident. Timestamps confirmed over the course of the next 48 hours that 023 vanished only while the sun was visible in the sky from outside sight. Addendum 02326-1. As of expunged, Dr. Expunged has been suspended pending disciplinary review for contributing to if not being directed, responsible for incident 02326. Doctor is now in charge of 023. The increased difficulties in containment have been incurred as a result of Doctor should serve to remind all personnel of the Foundation's purpose: secure, contain, and protect. Research, experimentation, convenience, and even the safety of Foundation personnel are secondary concerns. We are not working to protect ourselves. 05. Addendum 02326-2. A total of bodies with a time of death exactly 1 year after incident 02326 have been identified as consistent with 023 exposure.
All right, so despite my gripes with this, I do like the little, like, not necessarily moral, but like the whole point of this incident report, where it's the whole
Yeah.
thing of we're here to keep these things in a box. If I swear to God, if you try plucking out something's eyes because you don't want to deal with it, I'm going to
Yeah.
kill you.
We're not here to neutralize it. We're here to contain it within all reason.
Oh yeah, didn't you want to read eyes as well, or are you just gonna
We're
skip
gonna
that?
do that last because it looks very similar to the one other article that we saw before, where it
Oh,
just
What,
had like a
pipes?
pipes.
So I was at addendum. Okay. SCP-023 broke containment on expunged by passing through its cell wall. Incident 023-1. 023 was later discovered at the intersection of 2 corridors elsewhere on site. Agent noted SCP-023's similarity to it redacted. Special containment procedures for 023 updated. Assistant researcher issued a reprimand of negligence. Addendum 002. 023 has been responsible for the deaths of personnel and civilians since it was first brought into containment of 10/12 of 94.
Like, why is this even here if you're just not going to include anything of actual value? Like, oh yeah, it killed people and civilians. That's literally all this fucking says.
Addendum 023-0003.
I think
A,
it's. Sorry, go on.
a request for reclassification to Keter pending.
I've never known. Is it Cater or Keter?
I think
Keter.
Keter. I think it's Keter. I
Keter.
just
I
say
think it's Keter.
Keter.
I've always
I
said
just say
Keter.
Keter for some reason.
Fair enough.
that's fine.
Suppose it doesn't matter.
Addendum 023-004. Due to both anomalies focusing on specific geographic spaces, their destructive capabilities, and K9 appearance, it is possible SCP-1111-1 may be a variant of the same phenomenon observed in SCP-023, or vice versa. Investigation into the origin of both anomalies is ongoing due to the inability to capture SCP-1111-1. For study, investigations are currently focused on 023.
So,
Yeah.
is it ever stated that this thing is hostile when it's attempted to be subdued?
There's
Because I
not a
don't think it
lot
ever did.
stating what it does other than stand in a corridor, and if you look at
So,
its eyes, it's bad.
so I think this thing is supposed to be like some sort of anomalous omen of death or something you're not supposed to bear witness to, but it's also just not executed the
I don't like this
best.
article. Yeah.
Like I think the idea of what it does to people to like
Why am I
end
imagining
them
it?
is neat, but it doesn't have any connection or correlation to it other than it seems to produce an ungodly amount of heat ever since someone plucked out its eyes.
For
I
some
mean,
reason,
Is it a
for s-
hellhound?
as far as I can tell, this is just straight up a black dog. Okay,
That's true.
Yep.
like
Hold up.
Like,
Pu-
do you mean black
That's
dog
how
from like something specific, or
I
just
mean,
a dog?
like a black dog from folklore. They show up at crossroads and like
Oh,
it's
okay.
pretty much yeah.
No,
Well,
bad.
good try, but not
uh,
quite. Uh,
okay.
I mean, you're pretty close.
I think he's
But yeah,
based off of the same black dog, but
he
yeah.
is.
No
Yeah.
shit.
I can toss you the Wikipedia article if you want it.
I could probably just
You can probably just Google black dog. Yes,
Mythology guy.
mythology.
black dog.
Black
Okay,
dog.
so it is just a fucking hellhound that you see at.
No.
Unnaturally large with glowing red or yellow eyes. Blah blah blah.
Okay, fine.
The
Shows up at
devil.
shows
The
up at
devil.
roads and barrows, places of execution.
Yes,
Blah
yes,
blah
very
blah.
symbolic. I'm at a crossroads. Do I believe in God or do I not? I don't care.
Thanks,
Anyways,
Vargas.
incredible.
I love
For some,
Weefit's response to this. SCP-023 dog.
Dog.
Yeah.
I
A
don't know. For some
bee.
reason,
Okay, time to read.
this article
Time to
reminds me
read
of
this.
The Ring.
The
For
ring.
some reason, yeah. Like
Should I, or does Vigil want this?
I'll take it too. But I just wanted to say, like, for some reason, the article reminds me of The Ring. Like, oh, you watch a TV. Oh, guess what? You have 7 days left now. That kind of thing. Because it's now like looking at a dog, but then as soon as you break eye contact, oh, you have 1 year.
I do find it kind of funny that there's not a log of what if we just keep someone staring at this thing? Because they mention it has to
I
be when you
know.
break eye contact.
Yeah, like
Otherwise,
have they tested that? Like,
put them in the
Look at this
the thing
dog
that
for
holds
as
their
long as
eyes open.
look at this dog for as long as possible, or you or an immediate family member will die.
It's a Clockwork Orange, the guy who's like strapped down and has his eyes being held open.
What happens if the dog loses the staring contest? Does the dog die?
The dog
The
dies
dog
in a
gets
game.
sick,
yeah.
sick of your shit and just finds a different crossroad.
Sorry.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
Mord should take this. You've read a lot, Biggle.
I can read more. I don't care.
Up to you. I'm
Up
fine
to you,
either
yeah,
way.
Bro,
that's
you
fair.
need to go to bed.
Hang on, why is
I'm
it's
staying up.
why is it's highlighted? Please no.
Yeah, I know. I
Wait,
noticed
what?
that already.
Just click on it. Let's see. If it goes a page deeper, I'm
Does that just take you back to the dog?
okay. Thank
that
God.
just-
No, it just takes you
Why?
back to the
It's
dog.
just-
Okay.
It just takes you back to the dog.
No idea.
I can read this, and also
Okay.
I actually do have to stay up anyways. I have to do something for someone. Anyways, mother's love, the passions of the dead can be vast and mighty, but we are not all powerful. There are things I can never see. There are things I can never touch. There are things I can never overpower. Because of that, there are many things I can never protect. My children who birthed me from. Because of that, oftentimes they die in bitterness and pain. Because of that, their their deaths can also birth hates, large and small. Hates are things I can see and touch. I must see and touch them because my children who birthed me cannot. I must protect my children who birthed me
Oh my god.
where I can. There, what the fuck is this shit?
Oh,
Should
I'm
I
just
take
dying.
this?
My brain rot. Like I can
Should I read
rotted
this?
away.
Do you want to take it over?
I sometimes enter a fugue state when I read these things,
You
but
know
it
what?
works
You know
out.
what? Take a shot.
This sucks ass.
From the top, or
I think it makes it worse that I say the story like this.
It's fine. From EA.
Ah, hates are things I can see and touch. I must see and touch them, because my children who birthed me cannot. I must protect my children who birthed me, where I can, just as my strange brethren are driven to curse them. I do not have the power to unmake Hades. The best I can do is bind them to a seal made from things that my children who birthed me can see and touch. The truth of our nature is all we have and are, and denial of that truth is denial of our power, but more importantly, my children who birthed me can guard themselves against what they can see and touch. The form of a ladybird beetle or butterfly is a fine seal for small Hades. In a seal of that size, it is easy for me to reduce the power of their curses to almost nothing. The larger seals needed to hold larger Hades are more difficult. A Hades sealed as a cat can still cause sickness and misfortune. Then there are vast Hades, birthed from wars and plagues that kill together many of my children who birthed me. There are few loves vast enough to deny the truth of their nature, but I have tried once. It was a Hades birthed out of the smoldering rage in the hearts of so many who died, knowing that their bodies would be burned together in a pit of pestilence and anonymity. I rarely call upon the power of the light that brings life to create a seal, but there is little choice against a Hades so natured, so strongly of death. The weakest part of any seal is always in the eyes, because they are windows to the soul. My children who birthed me only believed in that as a concept, but concepts are far more real to my brethren, whether they are strange or not, and than what my children who birthed me would think of as a concrete. To line up the windows is to make an open path between a soul and the most vile curse a sealed Hades can still inflict. I used every method I knew to reinforce the seal's eyes, but even then I could not stop it from setting a cause of death in anyone it met gazes with. My blessing could only delay the curse's full effects for a single cycle around the light that still brings life. My misguided children, why did you take its eyes?
Okay.
Okay,
I am so confused.
thank you,
Alright.
Tiamat.
I think this is
Uh,
the creator of the thing who
so,
felt
someone sealed a grudge inside the shape of a dog
They really
using
fucking.
yeah.
using the power of the sun. Um,
Okay, so yeah, some deity was just kind of trying to mitigate curses. Cool.
And hate.
Yes.
I'm going to assume that hate under this dialogue is just another word for grudge or
Ill.
other
Bad. Awful.
contextual mental sadness or whatever.
Negative energy.
Hidden among 5 replicas to conceal its location. Ah. um I mean it has been a
You want
moment since
this or?
it has been a
Alright.
moment since I've read, but if you want to read more, like you did only read that
I mean,
eyes article, so it'd be fair.
nah, it's alright. You go ahead.
Alright. Oh fuck. I hate reading. Item
Don't.
SCP-024. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Due to its nature, SCP-024 cannot be moved to a secure location, so security measures must be placed on site. To conceal its location, 5 identical-looking replicas have been erected around SCP-024. A tight security perimeter must be maintained around SCP-024's compound at all times, with separate security teams guarding SCP-024 and its replicas. None of the security teams, except for team leaders, will be informed of the location of SCP-24. SCP-24 must be secured with magnetically sealed blast doors and reinforced armored walls to prevent unauthorized entry. Under no circumstances can any security or research personnel enter SCP-24. Only D-Class personnel are allowed entry and strictly for research purposes only. All researchers are to observe and experiment with SCP-24 from a remote observation lab. Any personnel attempting to leave the remote observation lab or attempt to enter SCP-024 without prior approval from a level 4 researcher must be immediately apprehended with ugh, with
With termination.
termination authorized. Should containment be breached or SCP-24's true nature compromised, then the entire compound must be destroyed via specialized demolition charges planted throughout the compound. Description: SCP-24 is an abandoned sound stage. What's a sound stage? What is that? Hold on a moment.
Copy paste it.
What is that? What do they mean?
A soundproof structure?
Oh, just a large soundproof
Oh,
building
okay.
for recording movies. Okay.
It's like a recording studio. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
alright, cool. That was once owned by Redacted. However, SCP-24 itself had been abandoned since 19 and it is unknown
48.
whether its special properties manifested before or after its abandonment. SCP-24 is located in the heart of Redacted and was initially discovered when a group of teenage youths broke into the abandoned compound. The testimony of one of the lone winner when she turned herself in to the police was enough to have Foundation assets mobilized to contain SCP-24. Upon entering SCP-24, visitors are immediately greeted by an anonymous announcer who communicates via intercom and is able to hear and comprehend the voices of people within SCP-24. The announcer will inform the contestants that they are about to take part in a game show in which the winners will win fabulous prizes, but will also warn that the game will be extremely hazardous and that the losers will never leave SCP-24. It is at this point the announcer presents the choice of whether to stay or leave SCP-24. Contestants who accept will continue to participate in the game, while those who decline are immediately expelled from SCP-24. Contestants that win the game or decline to participate may never enter SCP-24 again, as entry is denied by an impenetrable invisible barrier.
Hmm.
It is then that the contestants are led to the actual game. The style, composition, and appearance of the game always changes in every individual playthrough, but the game is always centered around a long, elaborate obstacle course that the contestants must navigate through. Squid Game. The rules also vary. Some playthroughs may only allow a single winner, while others encourage the creation of teams to win the game. More often than not, the obstacles seen in these games range from incredibly benign to extremely hazardous and life-threatening. As the contestants attempt to negotiate the course, I feel like navigate would have worked better. That to negotiate the course feels so weird to me.
I
No,
mean,
no,
It's
that's
like
a
the
normal way
topic
of
of the
using
course.
negotiate.
I think it works, but
Kinda
it's
like how
like
you negotiate a small, like, crevasse that
yeah,
you're
no,
trying to
I think
squeeze
it
through.
still works, but like navigate feels more proper there. Anyway, the announcer will continuously update their status and actively participate in the game, often giving advice, conversing with contestants, and adding new rules. As the game progresses, the obstacles become significantly more dangerous and difficult to overcome, and it is not surprising to have the entire pool of contestants succumb to the rigors of the obstacle course. If such an event happens, the announcer will express sadness at the lack of a winner, and SCP-24 will shut down, resetting only when a new batch of contestants enter. Any attempts to break the rules, such as assaulting other contestants and deliberately bypassing obstacles, are met with by extreme violence. The announcer will call out the offending contestants, who will be quickly and forcibly ejected from the course by studio guardians. These studio guardians will immediately materialize within SCP-24 when called upon by the announcer and disappear when not needed. The contestant will never be seen again. When a winner
Vomits.
is declared, he or she will receive a random grand prize. Any contestants that have survived the course but failed to win are immediately declared losers by the announcer. The lights will switch off and the winner will immediately appear outside of SCP-24 with his or her prize, while the losers will completely disappear. However, the most mysterious aspect of SCP-24 is that after every game, a VHS tape or DVD will appear in the mailbox outside of SCP-24's main entrance. This recording is a complete record of the entire game that was previously played, even though winners have claimed that they have never seen any cameras or recording devices while inside of SCP-24. Also, more strangely, a live studio audience can be seen in the background cheering on the contestants. Again, winners have claimed not to have seen a live studio audience while with inside SCP-24. Addendum 1. So far, the list of prizes awarded to winners has included, but is not limited to, cash prizes, electronics, various consumer goods, cars, collectibles, full paid vacations, various countries, data expunge. Close examination of these prizes have confirmed that they are completely genuine and possess no unusual abilities or characteristics whatsoever. There appears to be no consistent pattern for what the prizes will be. Addendum 2. In an attempt to track where the losers are taken, GPS locator beacons were planted on subjects D124 through D135 when group D245 was sent into SCP-24. When the losers were taken away, all signals from the beacons were lost. Whether this is because the beacons were destroyed or because the losers were taken to an area that cannot be located via GPS is currently unknown. Addendum 3. The announcer living within SCP-24 appears to be sentient and aware of events that take place outside of the compound. During the test of Group D-523, which consisted of only Dr. Redacted, the announcer instead engaged in a conversation with Dr. Redacted. Analysis of the conversations have shown that the majority of the subjects are centered around pop culture and information distributed through television, implying that SCP-24 somehow is able to access and interpret television signals. Cutting all power and signal lines, as well as removing any potential wireless receiving equipment on SCP-24, does not affect SCP-24 in any way. When it became clear that no other contestants would participate, the announcer kindly asked Dr. Redacted to leave SCP-24 and suggested he return with more contestants.
Hmm.
Addendum 4. The studio guardians that the announcer uses to enforce the rules vary in appearance every game, just like the course. If they appear, the guardians will always be dressed in a manner that matches the theme of the obstacle course. The only common attributes all guardians share are the possession of humanoid appearance, ability to suddenly appear and disappear, superhuman strength, and face-concealing masks or headgear. However, winners have claimed that the Guardians have no apparent shape or form inside of SCP-24, instead appearing as huge shadowy figures that engulf the offender. It's Squid Game.
This one
I
is really
love
interesting.
Wipeout.
Long
I like this
predates
a lot.
Squid Game, thank fuck. But no, that's actually a neat, novel little concept.
I
will
like
say.
it. I like this one. It reads
Yeah,
a lot
the fact that it's
easier
not.
than
There's no. Oh, I'm going to murder you because you said no. Just okay.
it
fine, just
reads a
don't come
lot
back.
easier than this shit did.
It did.
I
Like-
love Wipeout.
Like it has proper like
Did
punctuation.
it go into
Not
how
too
much
much.
detail did it actually go into like the course again? Because did it like mention that the course itself was particularly deadly, or it was just a pain in the ass? I kind of
It
zoned out
just
on that.
kind of
it's
ramped up in
different-
difficulty. Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so it
No,
is just
it
an
every
obstacle
legit
course.
deadly.
It's different every time, and sometimes the obstacles are like pretty much irrelevant, and sometimes there's a shotgun attached to the wall.
Peak.
Okay, so it can range from Wipeout to Ninja Warrior to Saw, actually,
Peak.
to typical home defense.
It's like peak.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But no, I like this one. This one's nice.
That's fun.
Hold on, I'm
I like
seeing
that they have
some
4
concerning.
identical, presumably empty warehouses.
I'm seeing some concerning messages in chat. What do you mean Shane is threatening you, Erica?
Oh,
What do
that
you
was a
mean
while
by
ago.
that? I know, but I was reading.
No, I'm just saying the incident is probably long since concluded. Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, hang on.
nice dresser.
I think I've seen a dresser exactly like that fucking thing.
I don't think I have.
I have two.
You've been in
Man,
contact with
I
an
like how it's just
SCP?
outside somewhere. Like they saw this just outside of someone's house. Presumably they're getting rid of it.
What were you gonna say, Garrett?
You guys say that you've seen this before, but I have never seen this fucking thing in my
Oh,
life.
I've never seen something like this before. I don't know
I've,
what
I've
you're
seen
talking
something
about.
similar, maybe not with like the stars on it, but
Imagine the
I've seen
SCP is
very
like the
similar
wardrobe
templates.
that half of people claim to have remembered seeing sometime before, even if they've never seen it before.
Going to laugh
Like,
my ass off if this is a fucking amnestic wardrobe.
Dude,
I go into
actually,
it.
Who's reading the funny furniture article?
I mean, are we going in an order still? Actually, Rich, do you want to take this one?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
All right, adjust the mic. Give me a sec. Okay. All right. SCP-025, object class safe. Special containment procedures. 025 is only to be opened during testing, as is the room in which 025 is stored.
Real quick, you're a little loud.
Yeah,
Okay,
Sounds like an
Bro just turned into
announcer.
like a fucking announcer.
Like, you can
like if, like, from
enunciate.
Like,
Everybody, get
don't
ready
lean
like,
for
That's
the
fine.
main event.
like a
Don't
new
also raise your voice while leaning in. Just one or the
Like-
other.
All right, is this good?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, where was I? Entry codes are being given only to authorized research and security personnel. No other containment protocols required. 025 is a wooden wardrobe measuring 0.97 by 0.62 by by 1.95 meters, full of clothing dating from a number of time periods. Articles contained within chests, collectively named SCP-025-1, match with styles of decades from the 1920s to the present. The apparel from each time frame varies with regard to style. For example, a polyester striped shirt and pair of charcoal suit pants both correspond with general styles of the 1970s. The only unifying aspect of every article contained within 025 is that each one is in poor condition. Moths have eaten at much of the collection, and tears and runs are not uncommon. When any item from 025 is put on, the wearer is observed either to die or suffer an injury within 24 hours. The cause of death or injury in these instances is invariably linked to the aforementioned flaws in the clothing, but only ever appears to be an unrelated incident. Wearing a glove with a fingertip cut off may result in the loss of the fingertip through a simple kitchen accident like chopping onions. Similarly, a subject wearing a poncho with a sleeve missing will somehow cause the loss of the uncovered arm, be it an attack by a wild animal or a vehicle accident that necessitates the amputation of the limb. If placed in a sealed, unfurnished enclosure while wearing an item from the chest, the wearer will either seemingly spontaneously contract the flesh-eating disease that begins in the areas not covered by the clothing, or suffer the failure of an organ located beneath an imperfection in the article. Diseases arising from such incidents may or may not be contagious. No study has been successfully undertaken due to the speed at which the strains observed run their course. It's recommended that, if possible, samples of the disease be taken to lab for possible weaponization.
Incredible.
bro.
The following is an abridged testing log of 025. More
Please.
thorough testing will accompany the declassification of the document in its entirety.
Please support the official release.
Please
Headass. Yep.
support the official release.
Alright,
Anyways,
what do we want to do for? Oh, this is just test results.
I mean, this
isn't
is
like a
all
yeah,
this is all kind of input output type shit.
yeah.
So it would be read by one person.
This is
Yep.
true.
Okay.
You receive torn up tuxedo.
But no, so
I
far,
received
really
your
funny.
death.
Like I fucking started cackling after this
So-
part. Like,
something we fit said that I had touched on earlier. I do like the implication that potentially where they found it was just because someone who put on an article of clothing like lost an article of like a part of themselves and was like, I don't want this fucking thing, get it out. So it's just sitting somewhere on like the streets of New York or outside of a suburban home.
All right,
it's-
take me to the
it's-
testing log.
it's a dresser that kills you.
Dress properly, jackass. Anyways,
All right, let's see here. Test log SCP-025, Section 1. Subject D-778. A 42-year-old white male. The article? A 1940s era white tuxedo. The listed imperfections: torn seam in the left shoulder of the article. The results of this testing are the subject was allowed free roam in the halls under Agent Kachowski's supervision. For approximately 45 minutes, nothing eventful occurred. However, at 1900, security tapes and eyewitnesses indicate that 778 appeared to make an attempt at attacking Agent Kachowski. He, in turn, overcame the subject with a knife, causing an inch-deep gash in the left shoulder precisely at the point where the tuxedo's seam was ripped. The test was halted, and the subject was later terminated. Our next subject was D69, a 26-year-old white male with a 2004 Boston Red Sox baseball cap. The imperfection was a missing size adjuster in the back of the cap, and the logo in front was partially removed. The final testing results were, when placed in a sealed room with the subject was a table on which there were a loaded Jericho Baby Eagle 9mm handgun, a grill lighter, and a hatchet. 69 chose to wear the cap backwards for the test. Potential effects of this decision on the outcome of the test are yet unknown. The subject expressed reluctance to touch any of the objects on the table for several hours, and food and water were provided as necessary. After four hours of general inactivity, the subject picked up the handgun and examined it. While holding it at roughly eye level, the weapon discharged into 69's forehead, where the size adjustment band would have been. The round exited the subject near the part of the hat with the missing part of the logo.
Incredible.
Oh boy, this next one's got multiple subjects. Lament. Our two subjects are D736 and D771, a 22-year-old white male and a 23-year-old white male. Man, can we get anyone other than a white male? It's been white male for all of them.
I mean, they're probably the most expendable.
There's
Yeah.
only one article, a burgundy striped sweater vest from 1973. The imperfection was that it was partially eaten by moths, with several large holes in front of the sweater. When 736 was asked by researching staff to wear the sweater vest, which he did under duress, 771 was given a loaded handgun out of sight of the other test participant and instructed to, on a given signal, fire all six shots in the direction of D736. After doing so, it was noted that every shot fired passed through one of the holes in the sweater vest, leaving the clothing intact and killing D736. The firearm was retrieved, and the surviving subject was transported back to their quarters. Okay.
Why would they do this?
Yes, whoever puts on these clothings will die within like an hour. To facilitate this, we're gonna give someone else a gun.
Man, just Eric Andre, some guy. Why would the Foundation do this? I like to imagine. I like to imagine he reloads. I know it was only 6 bullets, but
This time we had the surviving subject from the previous trial put on the same sweater vest yet again from the previous trial with the same imperfections. This time, when placed in an empty room of 15 by 15 by 15, the only objects in the enclosure were the overhead lights. The subject initially complained of boredom, then lay on his back and went to sleep. After 2 hours and 14 minutes, two of the fluorescent light tubes in the ceiling suddenly dislodged and fell. Both landed squarely on holes in the sweater, shattering upon impact. One of the tubes broke into jagged pieces that impaled D771 in several areas, but only again through the gaps already present in the sweater vest. The subject's vitals persisted for another 6 minutes, then ceased. Further testing locations will be selected to minimize possible damage to the surrounding area. All right, you get to be Dr. Yamada. The subject.
okay. Oh,
What?
sorry. Go on.
No, you're not you. I'm speaking to Dr. Yamada.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I see. Of course.
The subject, Dr. Yamada, This was an unplanned experiment. An unidentified individual left an article from SCP-025 on Dr. Yamada's desk that looked similar to an item of his own clothing.
Dr. Bright just fucking with people.
It
Any
fucking
information
is.
about this incident and or the perpetrator of the same should be reported immediately to senior staff. The article, a scarf of many colors.
Plus
The
one protection.
The imperfection was that there was a pulled seam which caused it to be considerably shorter and tighter in the middle. Oh, is it a noose?
Yeah.
According to his itinerary, Dr. Yamada, wearing the item from 025, was en route to the enclosure of 025 on 9/11 for routine testing. However, he diverged from his intended path and
Unfortunate.
began in a direction towards an entirely separate wing of the facility. The subject then entered the enclosure of 173 without gathering accompaniment or following safety procedures, and,
Hmm.
upon hearing the door closing, blinked. Cause of death listed as strangulation resulting from a crushed windpipe.
I appreciate the
Peanut.
slapstick nature of some of this shit.
Peanut.
Unplanned experiment.
Whoopsie
The ol'
daisies.
whoopsie into
It should
daisies.
be an incident log. Not a fucking unplanned experiment.
Oh, fucking whoops.
Next
Oops.
subject, D802, a 30-year-old, hey, not white male, Hispanic female. The article of clothing, a 1980s Flashdance style white shirt. The imperfection, there was no right shoulder and the left sleeve was completely cut off, as well as the entire bottom hem of the article was shredded.
Hold on.
Test results,
When it says
death.
right shoulder removed, I need to see this.
Mm-hmm.
What? Because when I think of a
Flashdance is
shirt,
like a. Oh, you were just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
so
it's,
it's.
Like
Yeah.
it's a
there's no,
t-shirt.
it's like your
so if
shirt
the
is like
shoulder's
off.
missing and that's separate from the entire sleeve being missing, what's the shoulder? Is it just? Does that mean there's like a small bit like at the end that makes it so the sleeve is still on but the shoulder's
I
missing?
imagine the thing that's binding the front and back together is the color.
Yeah.
That's my internal imagery of this.
So is it like a big rip on the shoulder then?
That's what I'm thinking, because otherwise it would just be the other sleeve was also ripped off. There has to be some sleeve
Otherwise.
left.
Huh.
It's what I'm struggling. It's fine. Just continue.
Oh, okay. So I think that just means like something took one shoulder and the left. Why the right shoulder and left sleeve? The fuck?
That's
How?
what I'm
Well,
confused about.
I don't know, because for the rest of this, they weren't particularly interested in explaining to us how exactly this came to be, unlike for the other ones.
It's fine. Just
Yeah,
read.
it's fine. Keep going.
Test results, death. All present were presumed infected, then quarantined and killed. All further tests involving 1980s era fashion have been postponed indefinitely due to the expenditures and safety hazards presented by the not aforementioned experiment. Full cleanup is estimated to take an additional 43 weeks.
Wait, Fit. Do you think they use hours since last since last incident instead of days since last? Fuck, man. Okay. Do you think they
Or-
use hours since last incident instead of days since last incident?
Further testing has been authorized. Results are now awaiting declassification.
Sorry, I cut you off at that, but
So,
I
Ridge,
imagine they probably wouldn't.
Ridge,
Yes,
I see you one day being a documentary like speaker. I just want
Please.
to let
So,
you know.
Need to reset the gain of my mic to back to normal. There we are. That's probably
that's
fine.
what you did.
I just imagine like a fucking sign up in an SCP facility that's just like 0 days since last containment breach.
it's the OSHA like counter or whatever like stays since
I
last
personally-
accident.
I imagine they wouldn't, but I personally would. I find it would be comical if each individual containment site had its own listing for X days since last incident. So like 173 would have 1,049, all that.
I'll be back. Someone else gets to do the
No,
next one.
hold on.
Yep.
I'm look at gift chat real quick. I'm looking at this gift that we sent like an hour ago.
Let me see
I
here.
just replied to it.
Gift spammed.
It's relevant.
Oh god.
173.
Reload.
Oh, it's funny. Okay.
Alright, yeah, I'll be
Relevant.
back.
Hey.
Did he say to continue without him? I presume he said continue without him.
Yeah, very sure.
I mean, I haven't been paying
Ish.
attention to OBS, but has there been an ad break recently, WeFit? Cause I could run an ad now.
Probably not a bad idea. I'll be back in a sec, so.
I'll just go ahead and run an ad now, just to be safe.
Okay, what the fuck is this article? I'm already scanning through this article and I see
Nope.
one paragraph.
No spoilers. Hey Pedro, that's not for you, buddy. Don't touch that. Hey Pedro, that's not for you, buddy. Don't touch that. Hey Pedro, that's not for you, buddy. Oh Pedro, watch
I'll
your
be right
nose.
back.
Damn, everybody's leaving. God damn. What the fuck?
Creator dashboard. Pedro, I'm gonna rub you against the floor, buddy. Alright, stream manager. We're gonna run like a minute and 30 seconds of ads, I think. Just because everyone's taking a break real quick anyway. This should hopefully mean we don't get any ads while we're actually reading stuff.
Shut the fuck up, I'm doing this one.
We're doing an ad break, so.
Oh, okay. Never mind that, I don't care anymore.
You can still do this one, just you gotta wait a moment. I'm trying to
No, I
run
just
ad
thought-
breaks.
I thought it would be funnier if I just interrupted whoever was currently going and just go, no, this is mine now.
No. I don't usually bother running ad breaks and like just because I don't think about
I'm
it
back.
often. But like when we're doing this, I feel like it's important to try and alleviate ad breaks happening mid article as much as possible.
I have great news. The ad has just started for me, so you've got a minute 20.
It just.
It says I've got 45 seconds left on mine.
Yep,
Damn
same
shame.
here. I'm getting real fucking tired of seeing this one fucking sneaker ad, I swear.
What do you mean no ads so far, WeFit? Are you watching my stream with an ad blocker? Huh?
I don't
Punk?
want to look at the fucking Dark Lord of Basketball. Just leave me alone,
What?
Twitch.
Lord of
That is
basketball!
illegal. Don't do ad blockers.
I don't care if you use an ad blocker on my stream. Do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm not condoning it either way, but I'm not gonna stop you.
I think ads on live streams are bullshit. You're exposed to more ads on Twitch than you are on YouTube. It's straight up ridiculous. It's so invasive.
Yep.
You should be exposed to less ads. Like if it was like 15 seconds every 30 minutes, that's reasonable. You're not gonna miss much in that 15 seconds. A minute and 30 every 30 minutes. That's what you want, Twitch? That's not even the minimum. You can set that higher. Or like not even
I
the
like how I
maximum.
tuned back into this stream and it hits me with the fucking tired of ads banner. Alright, fucking smartass website. Anyways. Who's doing this one?
I think Ridge said he wanted it. Unless he was
Oh, am
lying.
I? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you or not?
Give me a sec, I gotta finish my ice cream sandwich.
I can take it if you want.
Hold up.
You didn't say
Let the
that.
man eat his ice cream sandwich.
He wanted to finish his ice cream Sammy.
Alright, I see here. Okay, I can't do the announcer voice twice in a row.
That's fine.
You can just read this straight, that's fine. That's what I usually do.
What if I do this? Is this better or worse?
Worse.
Okay, cool. Thought so.
How apt. It sounds like you're talking from like slightly down the hallway.
Oh wait, how does it? All right, great. That's actually better then.
No. What?
No.
My god, I'm a genius.
All right, let me do some scanning here. All right, yeah, sure, fine. All right.
Please don't. Just do a normal voice.
Fine.
Don't what?
Rich.
Don't
Don't
sound like
hallway.
you're down a hallway, please.
Okay, is this good? Is this fine?
What are you talking about? He sounds like he's right there.
Is this fine?
Maybe a little closer.
Thank you.
If I do this, is this better?
That's a little better. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
tolerable.
Okay. Item number SCP-026. Object class Euclid. The special containment procedures. SCP-026 is to remain securely locked and boarded up at all times when there is no research ongoing. Alarms are set to alert the Foundation in case of entry by civilians or other agencies. Description: 026 is a 3-story public school building built in 1988. It has 2 wings connected to a central foyer. It was declared condemned in 1993 after it was found the floor plan didn't match up to the building's blueprints. See Interview Log 026.1. It came to the Foundation's attention after several disappearances in the area were linked to visits to the abandoned building. Do I read the? Yeah, I probably so.
Yeah.
The building demonstrates spatial anomalies. Its internal space is much greater than the external surface of the building would allow. Hallways display variable length, while stairways have differing numbers of steps going up or down. The number of rooms off the hallway changes each time they're counted. Attempts to reach the far ends of the hallways have met with failure thus far. Entrance through the fire escapes located at the ends of the hallways lead to doors approximately midway down the length of the halls.
Alright,
Edit.
we could
See
do
note
the.
026-A.
I was gonna say we do the interview log real quick, and then we continue.
Yep, that's
down.
fine.
Fair enough.
Alright, cool.
All right.
All right, who
So
wants
this
to
seems to
be?
just be between 2 people.
Who wants to be? Agent Toll Enforcement Invoice and Principal Electronic Service Requested.
Uh,
Raise
Um,
your hand.
I can be the
Yeah.
agent.
I could be
Alright.
the normal guy.
All right. Speak. Go on then.
Thank you for your time, mister.
Not at all. If there's one thing I have plenty of these days, it's time.
So
Boy,
let's get down to business.
fuckers! I gave you names. Come
Give
on.
give actual names, not fucking tech terms, you ass. I refuse to refer to him as Mr. End User License Agreement. Okay?
Can I be Bad Apple?
No.
Mr. Bad Apple.
No, I just said no tech terms. What do you mean?
Me getting names off of random letters
Oh,
from my
well,
desk.
there went Biggle, I guess. Shit.
That's the only time that it mentions a name. It's fine.
Yeah, go on then.
So let's get down to business. You were principal of Data Expunged back in Data Expunged. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
What can you tell us about that?
Well, you've heard the stories, I'm sure. Folks say it was haunted. I don't know about that, but things did seem strange toward the end.
Tell me about them.
Let's see, there were the stairs, of course. You've heard about that, right? People would count 15 coming up and 16 coming back down. I'm sure there was a trick to it, like an optical illusion, but I never could figure it out. We had a history book that turned up completely blank. I suppose these seem rather tame, but you know how it is. Little things add up, people tell stories.
Tell me about the dreams.
The dreams? Oh, yes, people were complaining about nightmares. Mostly students, but a few of the staff as well. It was always about school never ending. We joked about it at first, but more people talked about it. It didn't put much credence into it, but, well, when we found the blueprints didn't match up with the school, it seemed easier to just move to a new building. Schoolhouse was old anyway, and we wanted a fresh start. And just like that, things seemed to settle back to normal.
I see. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
It's not really much, but maybe it will make a nice footnote in that book you're writing. I still sometimes have dreams about being in my office, back at the old schoolhouse. Sometimes I'm doing paperwork, sometimes I'm talking to someone, but it's always back behind the desk, just like old times. But gradually, I notice something's a bit off. The bell is ringing, but I don't hear anyone in the hallway. No students hurrying in or out of the classroom, no chatter, no footsteps, nothing but the bell. And it doesn't stop. The crazy thing is, I never notice it's a dream until then. Been retired for 10 years, but until I notice the bell, I think everything's normal. Crazy, isn't it?
I think it's very interesting. Thank you very much. If you think of anything else, don't hesitate to give me a call.
Anytime.
I will say I appreciate that this hints at the idea of them masquerading as like an interviewer or like an author for getting information from people who are within the anomaly.
Yeah,
That's fun.
kind of like
Cool
subtly.
things.
SCP! SCP!
When did you
Burn.
get here?
Just now.
Just now.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome. You can read the next one.
Thanks.
Uh,
I'm gonna
You
be
don't have to.
eating. No, I'm kidding. I won't be
OMG,
eating.
Toho reference.
Oh my god.
Did I not hit the back button? Why does that happen? I hit the back button twice and it wouldn't bring me back to the page, but now that I've hit it twice, it's one.
Alright, I
Fuck
keep getting
you.
flashbang because you installed definitely not malware to turn this into dark mode.
Brendan,
Incredible.
did you install a virus?
No. Alright, back to Ridge.
Anyways, Rich, back to you.
Alright, let me see here. My mic is on? Yeah? Alright, cool.
Yep.
There is considerable graffiti on the interior walls of the school. Most appears typical, including gang signs, names, and street art. However, the graffiti fades and reappears, changing location. Writing on chalkboards and bulletin boards changes in a similar fashion. Subjects typically found range from standard school subjects, math, literature, bio, to more esoteric subjects such as quantum entanglement, theoretical physics, eugenics. One researcher reported one board what do you want from me? I see. Detailing information about SCP-056, but photographic evidence followed showing only a blank slate. See Note 026-B. The phrase, "the children used to sing," has appeared multiple times in various places throughout the building, but there is currently no explanation for its significance. A number of unconscious subjects have been found in the building, mostly of high school age, ranging from 12 to 18. They're dressed in accordance to the school's dress code, circa 1988. Several have been identified as former students or faculty of the school who disappeared after the school shut down. In at least one case, more than 10 years after the closure. It is currently unknown how they were transported back into SCP-026. See Note 026-C. All attempts to wake the subjects while inside the building have failed. On being removed from the grounds of 026, the subjects wake abruptly. They experience a period of confusion before dying from extremely rapid dehydration, followed by advanced decomposition. No useful intelligence has been recovered from the subjects to date. The inability to wake subjects extends to those who fall asleep on the grounds of 026. Though the rapid dehydration only seems to affect those who have been found on the grounds of the school. See Incident Report 026-12. Note 026-A. Robotic exploration and video feeds have shown that the apparent spatial anomalies are caused by changes in the perceptions of observers rather than the actual spatial phenomena. For this reason, 026 does not require the expertise of Mobile Task Force Row 8, roadside picnickers, at this time.
Hmm.
Update. Further exploration has shown that some spatial phenomena do occur. See the exploration logs for more details.
Ooh.
Do we want to just
Note.
handle those
We'll look
now?
at those in the interview at the end, I think,
Okay, that's fair.
since we're about to finish off main page.
Okay. Note 026-B. The contents of notepads, books, and pieces of paper have been observed to disappear, only to reappear on surfaces within 026. New writings have appeared, mostly drawn from graffiti or textbooks. Caution should be exercised in bringing documents onto the grounds of 026. Note 026-C. Several Class D personnel exposed to 026 have disappeared from Foundation control, only to reappear inside the anomalous building. The subjects in question had previously complained of dreams identical to those experienced by Agent Malek. Update. See interview log 026-8. During incident report 026-12. During a routine security check of 026, Agent Malek was found unconscious by his partner, Agent Jones, in the main foyer. Initial attempts at rousing Agent Malek were ineffective, so he was moved for transportation to Site 76. Upon leaving the grounds of 026, he woke abruptly in a state of agitation. When questioned, he revealed that he had been dreaming of a classroom setting. This dream has been consistent throughout all subjects who have fallen asleep within the grounds of 026. Alright, hit the
Alright.
various red links.
Hmm.
I think this is just one person.
It's not really nicely labeled.
It's just one person.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
exploration conducted by Agent Blanc. So it's just
Should I,
different
or does
sentences.
Ridge want to? How do we want to do this?
We could break this up in like I do like this one, you do this one, something like that. Because these are our different exploration logs.
Uh,
Lauren gets to do these.
Lauren, do you want to do an
Uh.
exploration log?
Sure. Let me put down my hot Cheetos.
God fucking damn it.
Dude. There's a cat
It's
begging to
not.
be let in my room again.
Fuck, God, I'm gonna put on a customer service voice. That's not the right voice. Exploration log 026-4.
I'm back.
Exploration exploration conducted by Agent.
Incredible.
All right, all right. I'm walking into the lobby. Walls are mostly bare concrete, a little paint here and there. Graffiti everywhere. A few beer bottles, some other trash. Looks like just another abandoned building. Okay, I'm making my way up the stairs. More graffiti on the walls. Okay, I'm going into the hallway. The peeling paint is kind of creepy. Looks like some sort of sheet fungus. Reminds me of Redacted. The doors are kind of weird. Some are really close, others are far. Really irregular spacing. Doesn't match up with the blueprint you showed me. Okay, here's a classroom. Pretty empty, some old desks, real old, like they had in the 30s. The chalkboard's got a few math problems on it, looks like trig. Okay, I'm going to check out another room. Back in the hallway, heading to the next room. Desks look more modern in this room, made from particle board. More posters here. Look to be from the 80s, I'd say. I recognize some of them from when I was a kid. Looks like Latin on the chalkboard. Yes, I'm taking pictures. Okay, back in the hallway, heading to the next room. Several minutes of silence. There's something really screwy with this place. I could swear the room was just a few feet away, but it feels like I've been walking for hours. Anyway, I'm here. We've got sleepers, 3 of them, 2 girls and a boy. They look to be around 14, 15. They're all wearing the same uniform. Yeah, just like you showed me. Hang on a minute while I take some pictures, or at least we can figure out who they are. The furniture's pretty old looking, what's left of it. Lot of broken chairs and desks. Nothing on the walls. Chalkboards. The hell? You're not going to believe this. Brant. It's got Agent Brant's notes up there. In her handwriting, even. We're going to have to be really careful what we bring in here. Yeah, I've got pictures. Don't worry. Okay, I'm going to check one more room and then I'm out. Back in the hallway now, heading for the next room.
Hold on, I'm being screamed at. You've got this much left.
Okay. Another anomaly. I've been going the same direction this entire time, but I'm back at the stairs. Yeah, I'm just going to head down. I've had enough of this place for one day. I'll meet you at the door. The developed photos revealed redacted.
Hold on, I'm trying to get this cat out of my room. He keeps coming back, seeing that my window's not open, and then deciding he doesn't want to be back here anymore. Go, buddy,
That's
go.
valid. I feel like I just got popcorned in to read.
What do you mean? It's totally
were
not what
voluntold.
happened. Alright. Who wanted to read the next one? Was that gonna be me, or you want to take over, Mord?
You volunteered yourself as tribute.
I meant as an example, but yeah, I could do it.
Fuck you, die.
Ugh. Give me a second. Alright. Exploration log 2612. Carried out remotely using a robotic drone via video feed, exploring the first floor hallway. The hallway appeared in poor condition, with graffiti on the walls. Comparison with previous videos shows that graffiti has changed. Many of the same signs were present, but in different positions. Some seemed new. Doors were uniformly spaced on the wall. Some were intact, while others were cracked or missing entirely. First room in the hallway was the girls' bathroom. More graffiti on the walls. Several broken mirrors. A toilet had been removed from the wall entirely and placed in the center of the room. There was a great deal of porcelain and glass on the floor. The next room over was the boys' bathroom. This was skipped in favor of exploring the classrooms. The first classroom had no furniture. The chalkboard was broken in two. On one side of the board, there was a set of lines reading, "I will not pass notes during class." What is what does it mean in parentheses sick?
I actually don't remember what that means.
Sick.
Because I don't think it means classic.
No, not sure. I just keep going for now.
The other side had fragments of a lesson on redacted. There was one poster on the wall depicting Helen Keller. The second classroom was well furnished, with the largest number of intact desks to date. Most made from wood and steel in the style used in the 1950s. There were two sleepers found that had not been reported in previous sweeps of the building. The first was a male teenager in a student's desk. Comparison with file 2604 revealed him to be redacted, a former student of the school. He was reported missing 10 years after the school closed down at age 28. The other was a... Oh, so he got aged down.
Huh.
But he was a teenager in the desk. Oh.
Hmm.
The other was a woman in her mid-30s, sitting behind the teacher's desk. Her identity is still unknown. The chalkboard had a timeline of World War II overlaid with an intricate piece of graffiti. The third classroom had 15 particle board desks in various states of disrepair. A map on the back wall was consistent with the socio-political conditions of 1974. A bookshelf had collapsed and spilled a set of encyclopedias onto the floor. The robot was then guided to the end of the hallway and back to the entrance. There was no sign of spatial anomalies at this time.
Alrighty. I can take this next one. Give me a second. Exploration log 026-15. Exploration conducted by Agent Redacted, accompanied by a robotic drone. Okay, I'm in. Lobby looks like it always does. Probably some graffiti drift. Here comes the robot. Lobby was compared to previous videos. Some differences in the graffiti were noted. Otherwise, no significant changes. I'm heading upstairs now. God damn, the robot's heavy. How much crap did you load on it?
Wait,
You could have warned me.
Is he carrying the
They
robot?
put in like a little Mars rover style thing, so he has to carry it so it can go upstairs. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Why not just send a
What
drone?
crap did you load on it? You could have warned me. Gonna rest a second on the second landing. Video coming in all right? Cool. Cool. First set of stairs was navigated without trouble. The second floor hallway appeared similar to the first floor hallway, though with less debris. Caught my breath heading up to the third floor, wishing there was a guardrail. Next time it might be easier to carry the robot and the gear separately and load it once it's up. The gear's pretty idiot proof. I think I could probably figure it out. Don't think it must weigh over 100 pounds. There on the third floor, I count 12 doors. Weird spacing. That last door's got to be at least 100 yards down. This place is pretty messed up. Rangefinder showed the hallway was approximately 45 meters long, 5 doors on each side, evenly spaced, with one more door at the end of the hall. 11 total. I'm heading in. There's not as much graffiti here, a bit of debris. I'm opening one of the doors, janitor's closet, and hey, we've got a janitor. He's sleeping standing up. That's new. Male, seems to be in his mid 50s. Name tag says data expunged. A couple of broomsticks, what's left of a mop. Looks like rats have been nesting in here. They've shredded one of his pant legs, but looks like they didn't touch the sleeper himself. What, you want samples? Sure, wouldn't be the weirdest thing I've picked up for this job. Okay, I think that's it. Comparison of file 026-4 revealed the sleeper to be redacted, former janitor and SCP-026. Later analysis of the rat feces revealed redacted. Thanks. Fantastic, even. Recommended future exploration team wear has biohazard gear. Here's a classroom. No sleepers. A couple of desks intact. The rest looked pretty bad. Looks like someone took a sledgehammer to the place. No, wait, I stand corrected. Baseball bat. It's leaning against the corner. There's about half a case of beer here, full cans. Looks like they left in a hurry. Hey, get the robot to face the board. There's something I want you to see. Looks like Latin to me could be significant. Get someone to translate it. It might be a clue to what's going down here. The Latin was found to be a series of sentences showing different conjugation of the verb vendere, to sell. All were found in Blank's Latin primer. Okay. For a textbook formerly used by the school. The baseball bat was aluminum, and analysis of the fingerprints were inconclusive. Okay, next classroom. Desks look fairly modern, 80s, I'd guess. Chalkboard's got a quote from Nicholas Nickleby on it. Yes, I'm sure, it says right there on the board. The sun does not shine upon this fair earth to meet frowning eyes. Depend upon it. Nicholas Nickleby by Charles Dickens. There's an apple on the desk. Looks fresh. I'm tossing it in the drone. Okay, I'm looking out the window. Hey, are you guys still out there? Because I see kids in the schoolyard. I don't see a van or any of you. Yeah, second classroom on the right. You see me? Weird. The apple appeared fresh on the video feed. However, when removed from the sample bin, it was in an advanced stage of decomposition. The drone's feed through the window showed the Foundation van on the ground and the research team looking up at the window. No children were seen in the schoolyard. Okay, you want me to head down the hallway? Alright, let's see if I actually make it this time. Not holding out any hopes. Walking forwards, it looks 10 feet to the next door, which would actually put it in the last room, but who's counting? I'm still here. It's just farther than it looks. Looks like I've been walking at least a couple hours. I'm almost there. I'm just gonna take a breather. Okay, this is wrong. I've stopped moving, but now I'm going backwards. The hallway's moving past me. Shit, I just saw the door move past me. Moving forwards again. Okay, I'm moving forwards again. That's better. Okay, I'm almost there. One last dash and I should make it. And a back with the robot. I knew it wasn't going. I knew it wasn't going to work. There's no way to get there, I'm telling you. The video feed showed the next door was 30 feet away. The total elapsed time from one door to the next was 5 minutes, in which time Agent Redacted meandered towards the end of the hallway. No anomalous activity was observed while he was standing still. When he neared the end of the hallway, Agent Redacted turned around and quickly returned to the beginning of the hallway. Okay, I hear you. I've got my eyes closed. I'm walking forward. Left. Got it. Going straight. Correcting left again. Correcting right now. Okay, this is going a lot faster. Okay, correcting right. Yes, right, I heard you. God damn it! I am going right. Okay, left. No, it is not the same direction. Look, if you think it's that easy, just send the robot in. The robot was able to reach the end of the hallway with no problems. Agent Redacted attempted to follow, but was unable to keep a straight line to the end of the hallway. Just go ahead and send the bot in. I'm not going to try again until we have a better idea of what's in there. Something's keeping me out of there. We should figure out what it is before anything else. Look, if you want to know that badly, go yourself or request some Class Ds. I'm not going in. Deal with it. At this point, the robot opened the door and crossed the threshold into another hallway, running perpendicular to the first 30 meters in length. No doors were visible. A single window was observed, but was situated too high for the view outside to be visible. The walls were free of graffiti, the left was a dead end, while the right terminated in a left-hand turn. The robot turned into the new hallway. After 10 meters, the unit's GPS showed it to be outside the building, though the video feed still showed the hallway. It continued to the end of the hallway and turned left. Agent Redacted was just ahead, at the beginning of the original hallway. Turning the camera behind the robot showed only the stairwell, with no sign of the second hallway. The unit's GPS showed it by Agent Redacted's position at this time. I see another classroom. I don't see the robot, though. I lost track of it after I went through the door. What do you mean it's outside? Did it go through the window? Look, maybe the GPS is screwy. Calm down. What do you mean turn around? What the hell am I? Oh, fuck. Okay, that's enough. I'm calling it for the day. We can come back after we get some Class Ds in here.
I really like this guy's
That's fun.
exploratory log. Yeah, that was fun. The way it's like I've done weirder stuff, like you'll see like children playing outside, and it's like yeah, that's odd, but no, this is
It's
part of
probably
the
fine.
work.
Oh, bot mods kill.
Kill that man! And I'll get him.
You got him?
Yeah, I got him. He's dead. We've been doing this for 2 hours already?
Wow,
I didn't even notice. Damn, the
Proof?
last time we made it through 20, I think these have just been generally a little longer,
they have, yeah.
which isn't bad, but we
No.
still have
And
like,
now we've got interview log. Christ.
yeah, we've
Oh,
got
thank God the agent has a
doctor.
name.
Yeah, who wants to take this? Do I take one? I'll
You
take
can.
one.
Uh, I can take Walker.
Oh, all right. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Let's get down to business. I understand you're requesting a transfer out of field work. Would you like to talk about that?
I'd rather not.
It's your choice. However, I can't approve a transfer without reason.
Look, you've seen my record. You know I worked on 26, right?
Oh, okay. You just didn't do the pause, and that threw me off.
No, I did the pause. I
Barely.
paused like verbally and then continued, you clown.
Okay. I've read the report.
I was there the first time we took one of the sleepers out. A lot of them were adults when they disappeared, but they're kids again when we find them. So I see this 16-year-old boy just kind of shrivel away. I had nightmares that night.
You're supposed to report any unusual dreams after contacting a potentially mind-altering phenomenon.
It hadn't been declared a mind screw yet. We just thought it was a weird space thing. We were just watching it until the picnickers got there. And it was a shock, you know? We weren't expecting anything like that. Anyway, I got over it quick enough. I'd seen worse. I once saw a guy melt while I was holding onto him.
I see. What happened next?
Nothing for a while. I went in a couple times, but didn't see anything too weird. But look, I know I should have reported it. But one of my buddies had just been disappeared after getting touched by some weird skip, and I didn't want it to happen to me.
You've been affected by an SCP?
I. Yeah, it was a week later. I was dozing in the back of the van and I started dreaming.
Can you describe this dream?
Just like the others. You've read the reports, right?
Pretend that I haven't. For the record, Agent Walkner.
Alright. I'm in a classroom. It's just like one of the ones in 26, but new. Not falling apart. I knew the teacher's name. I knew who was sitting by me, even though I'd never seen most of them before. The bell started ringing, but no one moved. I raised my hand, but the teacher didn't notice. Finally, I tried to leave, but the door wouldn't open. Then I noticed something strange with my hand. It had color. Everything else was black and white, but I felt like I was the one who was wrong. out of place. That's when I woke up. The van was leaving. No one else had noticed I'd been asleep.
And you didn't think to report this?
Like I said, I was scared. And this was before they found Malik. I figured it was just another nightmare. Nothing weird. And after Malik had his dream, well, they didn't do anything with him, so I figured it was no big deal.
He was put on observation. You should have been as well, for your own safety, and for the safety of others.
You paper pushers think it's all so easy, don't you? Sitting behind a desk all day, you don't know what it's like. Well, things aren't so clear out there, not when you're the one hunting fucking cats in a sewer, or waiting to see if you're the one who's not going to come back this time. Agent Walker was visibly distressed. It was several minutes before she calmed down enough to continue the interview.
Oh, it's a female. Should have
Whatever.
had Lauren do it then.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, Gino.
Busy. Anyways, it wasn't until later that we connected the dreams with the sleepers. Not until they found those Class Ds on the second floor. Still, I think I might be okay. I wasn't actually inside of 26 when I dreamed. I wasn't sure until the dream started.
You're having reoccurrences?
Yeah, they started 6 months ago. It's the same dream, but each time it takes me a little longer to notice it isn't real. And when I look at my hands, they're a little more gray. End of interviews 26-08. Note, Agent Walker has since been given a Class A amnestic and returned to fieldwork. L.
This one doesn't seem to mean like much, like at all.
Something I think with the dream, it's something that seems to like slowly leach into people. Like potentially the Class D that they found out there had been sent in multiple times since they were fine.
Yeah.
Also potentially like something to do with the bell. Maybe some sort of anomalous events happened as the bell was tolling, and so that's like a sort of
That's true.
significant moment in the
I
building's
believe
history.
there is like a major school related SCP, like named like the class of 76, I think.
It could be
And
similar.
that one was really interesting. I don't know like how far into SCP it is, but I am glad we decided to go by order because we've seen some like actual gems, like the last one that was
Yeah,
really
like
good.
this one, I found this one to be particularly interesting,
Yeah, I
even if
like this
simple.
one.
I still
It's a
really like fucking Pipework Maze or whatever the hell it's called.
Pipework maze is fucked up, but it's good. Yeah.
It's just a fucking menagerie of random materials made in a pipe.
Oh, is it my turn to read? I don't remember.
Yep.
Okay. SCP-27. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. The host of SCP-27, currently Subject 2702, is to be kept in a 5-meter by 5-meter containment cell with a graded raised floor connected to a strong vacuum system. All creatures removed from the subject's containment cell are to be incinerated, except for a small portion to be diverted for analysis and necropsy. The cell is to be cleaned and inspected for structural damage daily. Subject 27-0, or no, that's 2, must be monitored by at least 2 personnel at all times. Any unusual behavior or vital signs on the part of the subject or the appearance of any unusual species in the subject vicinity must be reported to Level 4 personnel. Security personnel assigned to SCP-27 must be inoculated against all known animal-borne pathogens and must be armed with tranquilizer guns with standing orders to subdue the subject if the need arises. Until
Huh.
SCP-27 is better understood, no personnel of Level 4 clearance or higher should approach within 200 meters of the subject. Description: SCP-27 appears to be a phenomenon of unknown source that seems to be tied to one human subject, currently 2702, at a time. As the host of 27, Subject 2702 is constantly surrounded by swarming vermin that are drawn to his location. The subject does not appear to be able to assert control over these creatures in any way, and is in fact prone to occasional attacks from feral specimens. These creatures have also been known to attack personnel who approach too closely. Wherever the subject goes, an initial swarm of flying insects, such as gnats and flies, will start to form a cloud around him. Usually within 2 to 3 minutes, shortly thereafter, crawling animals including lice, cockroaches, worms, spiders, dead egg sponge, mice, and rats will begin to appear. The longer the subject remains in a location, the more vermin will gather there. When the subject leaves a location, some of these creatures will follow, but most will disperse. SCP-27 has been known to transfer between hosts once upon the death of the first known host, Subject 27-1. Since SCP-27 could likely repeat this feat upon the death of Subject 27-2, all high-value personnel should be kept far away from the current host until more about SCP-27 is understood. SCP-27 has also likely transferred between hosts an unknown number of times before containment. Research into potential previous hosts has commenced, with preliminary evidence suggesting that SCP-27 may have existed for at least redacted years. It is not yet known how SCP-27 chooses or attracts animals, or even what SCP-27 exactly is. The previous hosts never expressed having any sort of communication with a separate conscious entity. Analysis of the current host has been inconclusive at best. Appendix 1 Timeline of Significant Events. Subject 27-1 is discovered in an abandoned warehouse outside Redacted that had been completely overrun by rats, cockroaches, and other vermin. And it is contained and cataloged as SCP-27. The subject is described as a Caucasian male in his late 30s, of average height but gaunt, filthy, and covered in bites and scratches. The subject also shows symptoms of degraded mental health, evidence of heavy use of alcohol and illicit drugs, and signs of prolonged sleep deprivation. Subject expires. Autopsy shows more than 70% of the subject's body, data expunged, a colony of rats nesting in the subject's abdomen for at least expunged generations. Between 140 and 150 hours after the subject's death, security officer Redacted reports being awoken by breathing problems due to a large housefly having crawled up his nose, later shown to have laid eggs. Subsequent observations lead to categorization of Officer Redacted as Subject 2702. The original host is reclassified as Subject 2701, and Subject 27 is redefined. Or SCP-27 is redefined. This is pretty small. Do we just want me to read this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. The following interview was conducted on Redacted shortly after SCP-2702 was identified and transferred to the containment cell that housed 2701.
Whoa, ad break.
Oh, is it an ad break? Unfortunate.
Get fucking added, bro.
L.
I suppose we can go ahead and just wait for that to end. So far, just Ratman.
Ratman.
Ratman. Kind of like Lauren, just corruption follows her wherever she goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you and I are friends.
Yeah. I'm one of the rats.
He's
Right.
calling you corrupted.
What do you mean
Yeah,
still no ads? It says there's an ad break. You're cheating the
yeah, no.
system. Let me know when the ad break is over, Rich.
I don't think people's ads are ever synced up. It's just kind of bullshit.
I know.
Oh, now one hits me. Fuck. Okay.
One
doesn't
just
matter.
hit you?
You got hit by an ad? That's so mean.
What the hell?
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking sue.
7 seconds remain.
Yeah.
Sue
Wish.
Twitch. Claim
In
the
a
ad
way.
physically abused you.
All right.
Okay, ads
Get-
are over.
Yep, get to it.
Oh, now he's tired.
You big bitch.
Yeah. Following interview conducted on redacted, identified, blah blah blah. We already read that. Dr. James. Good morning, Officer Redacted. How are you feeling? Scared, confused, mostly scared though. Understandable. And itchy. I feel like I need a shower all the damn time. But what about inside? Do you feel anything different inside you, like a present? Presence? Thinks, scratches his head. Huh? No, I don't think I do. Haven't really noticed anything like that. You haven't felt anything different since the original host died, besides the itching? No, I can't say that I have. What about any sort of voices or compulsions? No, I haven't felt anything except bugs crawling all over me. feel dirty and scared, and Doc, what about my family? You gotta get this thing out of me so I can see them again. Of course. We're gonna do everything we can to get 27 out of you. God, I'm sorry. Redacted. Shortly after this interview took place, Dr. Jameson and several other members of the research team for SCP-27 were transferred to the 1772 project. I'm gonna open this real quick. Is this even related?
Far too involved.
It's a dictionary.
Dick.
Die.
Something about the word egg.
Okay,
Oh.
no, we're peeking far too ahead. This will be seen in
Yeah.
the late
Huevos.
2050s.
I was just trying to see if it's
Huevos.
actually related to this. Because
No,
if
I think it
something
just
is,
means that they were transferred, so there was no follow-up.
yeah, like if there is something here that's like related to the article, I almost kind of want to treat that as if it's like an exploratory log or something. Like if
Maybe
it's
it
a
might just be saying that
very,
that's like something else that the author had written.
yeah, that is a very possible thing, and it's very possible the same author like writes two things that are very interconnected. So I'm going to be checking it out a little bit and seeing if it's even vaguely similar whenever we see another SCP randomly mentioned. Unless it's something basic, like, oh yeah, it's they threw him in the box with 173, and this happened.
No way.
We know what 173 is.
Huh?
But yeah, it's just the rat swarm.
Peanut.
Phoebus.
Another safe one. This one's really short.
Is that a bridge?
It's the
Abridged?
bridge. Should I go ahead and
The
just
abridged version?
If you
handle
want.
this too? There's two other mentions. Oh my god. Okay.
No.
Oh.
You take that back.
Item SCP-28. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. No special means are needed to contain at this time, as SCP-28 has not shown any change in size, position, or shape during the entire period of its containment, but access must be restricted. Currently, SCP-28 is contained on-site as why would they even bother putting the in parentheses site redacted here instead of just not put that in? You
Funny.
actively
Because it's
went out
supposed
of
to
your
be an
way
official log.
to say that the site is redacted.
It's
Hey,
called
looks, you should.
funny.
I understand it's a pain, but that's just kind of part of the whole medium. This is supposed to be official documentation.
I
This is
guess, yeah.
there's repetition everywhere, redundancy.
Yeah, fair enough. As SCP-28 is not transportable by any known means. SCP-28 is sealed in a 6 by 6 by 3 meter 20 by this I'm just 6 by 6 by 6 meter 6 by 6 by 3 meter, my bad, concrete room with a single door, with two armed personnel stationed outside. Only authorized personnel are to be allowed exposure to SCP-28, and extreme care must be taken at all times. While SCP-28 itself is harmless, the effect can be very damaging to the unprepared. See document, blah 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 blah. Description: SCP-28 is located in an abandoned storage yard outside a copper mine in northern Michigan. In northern Michigan?
Oh.
Oh, the reference?
Where's that?
You don't get it. It's summertime there, by the way.
Fuck!
SCP-28 has no detectable physical presence of any kind, but its effect occurs in a 20, or not a 20, a 2.1 meter cube around what is commonly held as the center of SCP-28. All forms of scanning and testing in the area of SCP-28 have shown no abnormal readings. Adding or removing objects or attempting to remove dirt from under SCP-28 has no effect in altering the size or shape of 28's area of effect, nor the onset or quality of the effect. Subjects entering SCP-28 are within 3 to 6 seconds struck by total and complete knowledge of a subject. This subject, or this knowledge, is thus far completely random in both size and usefulness, and sometimes goes unnoticed for extended periods of time. More profound knowledge generally has a stronger effect, with some cases expunged, see document 28-1125, This effect can be experienced multiple times by exiting and re-entering SCP-28, but can result in increasingly strong migraines and dizziness after 2 exposures. SCP-28 came to the Foundation's attention after research into news reports of a local miner who submitted a design for a cold fusion reactor to the U.S. Patent Office. Mr. Redacted reported that it just came to me like a bolt out of the blue. News and subjects were suppressed and contained after discovery of SCP-28, and the reactor designs implemented in the containment of SCP-1995. Subsequent testing of SCP-28 has yielded mixed results. Document 1814. Partial information. Retrieval log for redacted. Note, all knowledge is perfect, total, and eidetic. Is this just a this is just a list of all of the things that it's made people gain. Okay. Every phone book entry for New York City in 1998. How to redesign the internal combustion engine to run on human blood using only pre-existing parts. Note, full redesign takes 4 hours and runs at a higher efficiency than gasoline.
Huh.
Location of keys for a Buick LeSabre. The proper method of care for a mole rat colony. Origin and history of 12 SCP objects. Note the main expunged. Family history of the Blackthorn family located in London, England. Geological structure of the Earth beneath Greenland, including several unknown caves and expunged. Document log. E112. Subject. God damn it. I don't like big numbers. It's such a pain in the ass. I'm just going to shorten it to the first 2 digits. It's fine. Or, well, the
No.
second 2 digits. Subject 82, exposed to SCP-28. Subject began to cry and went into fetal position, showing signs of high distress. Unresponsive to questioning at outside stimulus for several days. Lapsed into catatonia shortly after stating that this is not life. Subject passed into a coma and died shortly thereafter. COD was attributed to shock. Cause of death. E127. Agent Redacted accidentally exposed to SCP-28. Agent showed signs of sudden surprise and bemusement. When questioned, Agent requested a moment to gather my thoughts, please. After several seconds, Agent laughed, shook his head, and removed his service pistol from its holster. Agent then shot and wounded Dr. Redacted and killed Agents Redacted and Redacted before being restrained. Post-incident interrogation revealed that Agent Redacted had extensive knowledge of classified Foundation activities and several SCP objects he had not been previously exposed to, including SCP-2669. Quick reference. Not real.
Fantastic.
It's just not real.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Okay, so it was a user requested any of their articles be froze, I guess?
Huh.
Use the Wayback Machine.
That would probably work. I don't know. Oh well.
Oh well.
Any Foundation personnel found to have entered SCP-28's area of effect are to be detained indefinitely. Experiment. Subject 43 was exposed to SCP-28. Examination of subject revealed abnormal respiratory actions. Questioning revealed subject had learned to recycle the carbon dioxide inside his body. Repeated attempts to teach skill to other D-class personnel failed. Subject terminated.
Damn it.
Autopsy reveals no abnormal organ formations. Researchers notes, seriously, how the hell did he do that?
He effectively turned himself into a plant.
Why breathe? And then he just stopped. What the fuck? How did he do that? I like this one. I'm not a fan of like exactly how it
Hell is
was
wrong
wrote.
with everyone on this planet?
I'm not a fan of how it was written,
No,
but
but it's a fun
Yeah.
it's a fun
concept.
idea. Yeah, I just
It's
don't
just,
like. Uh...
I think you're just a bitch.
Oh,
How would you go about reading this?
Document
here's-
number EL-028-1128.
That's so much,
I was
man.
at 1128.
You fucking knew what you were walking into. I
Yeah,
don't know why
it's like
you're leaning like this.
even just this. There's so many different ways to read it. There's like
There are,
3
yeah.
different ways I could read this number.
That's why I'm slowly trying to just roll with however I initially like
Yeah.
refer
I
to
say
a
it
number
like
string
how I
like
say
that.
20. I say it like how I say 2025.
Probably, yeah.
But like I think that's fair that like whatever comes to mind first. Like sometimes I won't even say the SCP part.
Yeah.
I'll just say like
As long as I
28.
get the numbers right, that's what I'm mostly concerned
Yeah.
with.
And I
Yeah.
think that's fine.
I've done it where I do like 0 to 9, read each digit individually.
Oh
That's
yeah, and
probably
obviously that
the
works best for
canon
like 3
answer.
digits. 4 digits is where it gets weird.
Yeah, because then it's like
1195.
1194.
I mean, yeah, but sometimes your brain does the thing where it tries to interpret it like it's a year, so it splits it in half.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who's up next?
Where did Vigil go? He just kind of died.
Probably bed.
Probably.
He was upset that I decided to do today because he needs to go to bed early for work tomorrow.
Shame.
And I was like, you should have mentioned that when I asked yesterday if he'd be available either like later tonight or Sunday. And then I asked him that, and he said IDK. And so I was like, all right, I'll just pick Sunday then because I don't even think I'll be home in time for, to do it today. And then it
Yeah.
came to today, and he's like, oh, why'd you have to pick Sunday? And I'm like, well, you could have said something yesterday. It probably wouldn't have changed anything, but not saying anything didn't help. Anyway, enough ranting. Let's read this Keter one.
Your marriage.
You.
Okay.
No, wait, reading this kind of looks like a Lauren one.
Are you
Under
just saying that
absolutely
because it's a
no
female subject?
circumstances are any men to encounter SCP-29 in any
Oh, this is the
manner.
fucking siren, isn't it?
Probably. It sounded like a
Okay.
Lauren one, but if she doesn't
Give me a
want to read
second.
that,
I gotta
fine.
stop eating sprinkles.
It's just kind of, fitting.
Thinly coded sexism in my Twitch stream, it's more likely than you'd think.
Hang on, I'm
Item
gonna go
number.
get another ice cream sandwich.
Alright.
God, I want
Item number.
I want
Item number. Item number.
Yeah.
Item number SCP-029. Object class. Heater. Special containment procedures. SCP-029 is to be incarcerated in a Class 5 containment cell. She is to be allowed access to nothing of a physical nature. Her containment cell is to be placed behind a triple airlock to avoid her escape. As an incident of 029-34A, SCP-029 is no longer to be fed, as she does not appear to need sustenance to survive. There are to be 3 guards on duty at all times on her cell, and 2 guards on monitor duty. Floodlights have been installed on the walls of the containment chamber and are to be on at all times. Once a month, the chamber is to be cleaned and checked for defects. Under absolutely no circumstances are any men to encounter SCP-029 in any manner. Any males who do encounter SCP-029 are to be held under Class 3 detention for interviewing before termination. SCP-029 has requested a bed, denied. A blanket, denied. Books, denied. Clothes, denied. This is ridiculous. The girl can't even have clothes. We are not animals. Let her cover herself, says Dr. Erica Bodine. Dr. Bodine, you are granted permission to deliver clothes to SCP-029 from Dr. Light.
That's a good question.
As of Incident 029-53B, anyone who has potential access to SCP-029 is required to first watch surveillance tape 029-Boding as a reminder of threats involved when working with SCP items and SCP-029 in particular.
She got fucking torn apart, didn't she?
Yep,
Like,
Hell.
probably.
she got so deaded. V2
I
for
like to
man.
imagine Dr. Light just got fed up with her neck and just like, all right, you go fucking
This
do
was
it.
just him
Like,
playing a bit.
fucking-
He knew she was gonna get destroyed. He's
Yep.
like, "Oh yeah, you want to do
Just
it?
didn't
Do it
want to fucking deal
yourself."
with it.
God damn it.
Ass.
Description: SCP-029 appears to be a pubescent female of Asiatic Indian descent. She appears to suffer from alopecia universalis. Over 80% of her pigmentation is a true black, while the rest of her skin has a complete lack of melanin to the point of albinism. Her eyes are also a dark black in color. SCP-029 has severe homicidal tendencies and has displayed a remarkable ability to use any item as a weapon. However, she has a severe compulsion against shedding blood, preferring instead to strangle her victims. SCP-029 has demonstrated dexterity and physical reactions 4 times as fast as the average human. SCP-029 has also displayed extensive resistance to damage of all forms. Both of these extra human abilities are greatly hampered in the presences of bright or direct light, natural or artificial. In addition, any males who come within the presence of SCP-029, an area defined by her current perception, find themselves pliant to her will. Such males become willing to kill or even die for SCP-029. SCP-029 refers to herself as Beep, which roughly translates to Daughter of Darkness, Daughter of Shadows, or Daughter of Night. Interviews with SCP-029 have proven difficult to conduct due to SCP-029's constant attempts to kill or convert all who speak with her. Over her years of captivity, the black patches on her skin have increased in size. SCP-029 was first brought to the Foundation's attention by an agent working in rural India. An attempt on his life led him to a small cult of men who claimed to be thuggies in service to the daughter. Several weeks of investigation proved that they believed the world to be in the last years of the Kali Yuga, and that by sacrificing 1 million lives to the Daughter of Darkness, they could raise their goddess and end the world. They also believed that only sacrifices performed through strangulation added to this tally. Events led the agent to their mountain fortress, where he discovered SCP-029 after the loss of said agent, data expunged, which led to our acquisition of SCP-029. Addendum: 7 years after capture, SCP-029 began showing anomalous growth in her black pigmentation. When questioned about it, she claimed her followers were on the move once more. Investigation led us to a concentration of so-called thuggies that had escaped our initial foray. After discovering that all her followers were there for one of their holy days, a tactical airstrike was called in. When the first bomb dropped, SCP-029 awoke from slumber, screaming at the top of her lungs. SCP-029 continued to scream for the next 4 hours, ranting and raving that we were killing her people. Since said event, the growth of black pigmentation has stopped completely. Also since said event, SCP-029 has redoubled her efforts to escape. SCP-2820 has been proposed as a possible method of neutralization should the situation worsen.
Incredible work. I do think it was the correct decision to have you read this one. I think these are the same containment procedures we should use on you, honestly.
Yeah.
And there it
You like
is.
how I pronounced Keter like Peter? Keter.
You'll notice how I left dead air there for a good 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Triple airlock.
Because I was laughing at my joke. Yep.
Yep.
No men. Alright, what
And
do we
we're
got?
back to beating women.
Oh my god. Okay,
Who the hell is
that's
this?
crazy reference. Alright. I think either Mort or Ridge are up.
I mean, I don't think Rich is back yet.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
He's
So he's not
always
back
here.
yet.
He's
I
always
ate the
here.
ice cream sandwich.
Wow.
Do you want to go get another one?
I do kind of want to go get another one.
That's so real.
I'll be back
I
in a
had
sec.
ice cream.
Jesus
I had ice
Christ, man!
cream.
How big of a box
Damn.
do you have of those?
Three.
I had ice
Already
cream
gone.
at work on my break today
Nice.
because they had a fuck ton in the freezer. Just pulled out a whole drumstick.
I had ice cream yesterday.
We fit absolutely
Yeah, man.
putting SCP-029 on blast a little bit ago. Yeah, that's fair.
VTuber made SCP, yeah. But no, I had ice cream, and then Erica sent a picture of me, and Lauren said I was mewing in it.
Wow.
Were you not?
I'm always mewing.
All right,
See?
it's gonna be it for stream. Anyways,
I almost said he's mogging us, but I figured that might be harder to explain.
You should have seen Shade and Erica's reaction. They're like, "What the fuck is mewing?" Like in
'Cause, like,
person.
Mewing, I can just explain by like a photo or like that GIF. Mogging is a little bit
I
longer.
don't know what either of those mean, and I don't want to know until after stream. I think.
Valid.
It's
Otherwise,
just
we might get
making a
off topic.
face. It's literally just
I
making a
know, I
face.
know, but describing the face doesn't really help if there's a GIF that I could just look. We're getting off topic. I'll read this one.
I'm
All right.
back now with another ice cream sandwich.
He's
Six
so
sandwich, more than enough to kill anything that moves.
Actually,
Mhm.
this is sandwich number 7. I know because the box
Thought so.
started out with the box started out with 12.
Wait, has he
Fucking
been
hell,
eating
man.
these all day?
Yeah.
God.
I've had nothing else to eat today.
You know
That
what?
man
Carry
subsists
on.
entirely off of hatred and whatever flavor he desires that day.
I do things to spite the gods.
I see. I
Like
see.
he subsisted off of Gatorade and the Lifesaver mints in high school.
I love that. He
For
must have been a
years.
skinny legend.
I don't
Oh
know how
my
your body
God.
functions. Anyways, for real this time. Okay, SCP-30. Item number SCP-030. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-030 is to be held at Site-17 within a modified humanoid containment cell. Minor adaptations to accommodate its stature, such as an appropriately scaled workspace and chair, are to be included. Lighting within the cell may be altered upon request of SCP-030 to a maximum of 2000 lumens via a simple dimmer switch. Should the need to render SCP-030 inert arise, staff may extinguish the lighting from the exterior switch and draw blackout curtains as necessary. Standard night vision equipment is available for observation of SCP-030 in its inert state. SCP-030 may request materials for personal research every 90 days. All previously requested materials are to be collected and destroyed prior to delivery of new materials. All materials are to be evaluated and screened by both research and security staff. SCP-030 is to be denied access to any modern scientific journals or texts, and fiction is to be restricted to works produced no later than 1623 CE to preserve the integrity of its innate knowledge. Staff wishing to consult with SCP-030 are in writing are to place a formal request documents number 030-RS/B with a supervising researcher on duty. All correspondence is to be retained. Staff wishing to consult with SCP-030 in person are submitted for formal requests to Site Management documents 030-RP/A 17-030/A. Jesus Christ. At least 30 days prior to their preferred consultation date. All all consultations are to be recorded and retained. Senior research staff may request SCP-30 to be temporarily removed from its containment for a maximum of 1 hour to provide observational insight into non-restricted materials or events within Site-17. Under no circumstances is SCP-30 to leave the confines of Site-17. Requests must be presented in person to site management and security staff at least 30 days prior to their preferred observational release date. All observational release events are to be recorded and retained. Jesus Christ, man, this is like 4 layers of need to be documented. Okay, fine. SCP-30 has been equipped with a tracking device inventory control code. I swear to God, I'm going to strangle whoever wrote this initial paragraph.
What?
So its location within Site-17 may be determined precisely at any time. Thank you. I'm so glad that you had to give me the fucking control code.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I didn't usually want to do
It's only a
containment
problem when it's being
procedures.
read aloud. Only when read
Yeah,
aloud. I will concede that, but holy hell.
yeah. Sometimes the containment procedures are fine, but sometimes it's just like the most redundant
If it's
bullshit.
3 layers of you need to consult with us 30 days ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
Hypocritical sentiments aside, description. SCP-30 appears as a hairless, genderless, gray-toned human, 71 centimeters, 20 inches in height, and weighing 12.70 kilograms, 2 British stone in antiquated measure. Its solid blue eyes lack discernible irises or pupils and resemble cut sapphires. SCP-30 possesses an androgynous voice with a pronounced English accent not currently identifiable as any specific to any modern region. It is able to converse, read, and write in ancient Greek, Latin, Italian, English, Spanish, and Portuguese, as well as 2 additional languages that have not been identified yet, despite SCP-30's insistence that they should be common knowledge. SCP-30 has also demonstrated knowledge of physics, chemistry, astronomy, mathematics, and horticulture, roughly equivalent to that of 17th century CE academic. In addition, SCP-30 has demonstrated knowledge on these topics along research lines that do not appear in the historical record. These alternative or entirely unknown approaches to research in the natural science are one source of SCP-30's utility in consultation. SCP-30 remains active while a 15 lumen source of light or greater is within 1.5 meters, 5 feet. In the absence of light, SCP-30 becomes inert, apparently losing consciousness and showing no outward signs of life. Within 5 to 10 seconds of being re-exposed to light, SCP-30 becomes active once more, appearing to come out of light slumber no matter how long the period of inactivity has been. SCP-30 does not appear to require these periods of inactivity as a human would require sleep, and has expressed a desire to remain active as often as possible. Biopsy analysis of SCP-30 remains inconclusive. While clay native to the English countries of Kent, Surrey, and Greater London make up the majority of its structures, traces of mandrake, lye, mercury, and human blood have been found in each sample taken. SCP-30 has expressed that a full exploratory surgery to determine its working would potentially end its existence. Samples removed from SCP-30 do not regenerate, and sampling is currently discontinued to preserve its integrity. Although SCP-30 can be damaged, it does not appear to feel pain, and will simply remold to any portion of its anatomy that experiences deformation. Notably, SCP-30 cannot be molded directly by human hands, though any number of tools may be used to alter its surface. SCP-30 does not respirate, requires no sustenance, and produces no waste, although it does infrequently request a bath. SCP-30 refers to itself as Ariel, and frequently requests that the staff do the same. Questions regarding how SCP-30 was created and by whom are routinely answered by the same seemingly rote sentiment. I have been asked to forget that bit of information. Terribly sorry. SCP-30 delivers this response in the same tone and cadence each time any question regarding its origin or creator are presented. Given its composition and location of origin, a link to the alchemists of Algadia is suspected.
Algata.
Or
Or
Algadia.
Alagata, my bad.
Alagata, yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
SCP-30 was discovered 622 redacted during a mandatory archaeological survey within London's Mortlake district, pending the construction of a guitar park. Of course it was. It was buried approximately 2.7 meters, 9 feet, below surface level, contained in a small stone sarcophagus. The sarcophagus bore no markings and was assumed to be that of a deceased infant, as additional graves were discovered in the survey area. The sarcophagus lid was shattered due to the excavation, exposing SCP-30 to daylight. Upon being struck by the sun's rays, SCP-30 aroused from its inert state to one of mild activity within a few seconds, stating, "Good afternoon," to the assembled construction team. A member of the Foundation's Greater London Recon Force was summoned within hours and took the specimen into custody without resistance. A limited number of witnesses were given amnestics and released.
I know we have a security log here, but I'm gonna see if these are just links to other SCPs
Yeah,
or
let's just see what Allegata is.
it's a link to
Found
another
this.
SCP. Yeah, I thought so.
My God, Sean.
Legata. Okay. Let's not look too much into it. But
Yeah.
okay, cool. It's like historical based by the looks of it. All right. What's finding balance?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
this is something we might
Ooh.
actually want to read. Shit.
Ooh.
Oh.
Why are we moaning?
All right.
It's.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Are you sure? This is like 20 plus minutes of reading.
I mean, I tore through fucking pipes fairly easily. I can probably handle it.
Okay,
I'll want
one
a drink of
second.
water before I do that.
Uh. Um. Oh,
Oh,
okay. It wasn't a link. It's just a. It's just
I
a.
see.
Oh, I didn't. That's the first time we've
That's
seen
kind
that.
of dumb.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm just going to not read out the
That's fair.
dates for the sake of my sanity. Tracking system was installed for SCP-30. SCP-30 later reports malfunction of its own tracking system. Repairs completed within approximately 6 hours. SCP-30 offers to assist but is refused for security purposes. SCP-30 completes 18-week seminar of unknown language Alpha Zephyr. 5 staff researchers considered fluent. Lexiconography transcribed to O5. While in consultation, researcher redacted inadvertently makes several remarks regarding photovoltaic technology. Consultation ended before the researcher can substantively elaborate. SCP-30 requests a supply of magnesium and indicates it needs to ignite samples to study a light produced. Request denied by researchers. Incident 30-1. Using only what appears to be a standard pot and soil, ginger, 72-gram sample of rutilated quartz, and a 23-centimeter length of coiled copper wire, SCP-30 produces an object/device capable of emitting notable levels of directed ultraviolet light through unknown means. Device is confiscated. Effects not currently replicable without direct intervention from SCP-30. Researchers currently in consultation to determine if this line of SCP-30's research will be permitted to continue. It is speculated SCP-30 may be working towards an alternative and possibly anomalous manifestation of the photoelectric effect after receiving only minimal information regarding its existence. All research by SCP-30 suspended and materials removed pending review. Huh.
He's quite the polite little fellow. I like him.
Yeah, they're fun. They I
Yeah.
like how they're just like, oh, I like science. Let me just orc
Like,
magic up a flashlight.
like I love all those SCPs that like the Foundation genuinely is just like, as long as you're not trying to kill us, and you want to like help out, like
They're
sure,
fine.
fuck it.
But
Yeah.
give the guy a bath. Give the golem a bath. Come on.
Yeah.
He probably needs it.
But I know there are of course a lot of cautionary tales for the same thing of like, oh, this guy requested this. They didn't think it would be it was bad. But I still like it. I like treating the little guys
Oh,
with
Lord.
fairness. This is so this is a lot. I'm fine with skipping over this, but if you really do want to read it, we can. Because I don't
Uh,
know if this is
I'll
even
give it a shot.
because like the thing I'm seeing is I don't know if this even directly pertains to SCP-30 or if it's just practically its
Hang on,
own
go
separate
back on
story.
30's article and like scroll down to where we found finding balance. It was linked off of alchemists, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But then we start reading it and it's seemingly like it could be like could be just treated as a story of its own.
It
So
could,
that's
but
why I think
like,
it's like fair game to just
is there any way to like track what articles point back to this thing?
not necessarily, no. I don't think so. Other than this
Oh,
Scarlet
it's tied to
King.
the Scarlet King.
Yeah, like this could be just like a
Ooh.
large is channeling flows related to this? Oh, it is. It's
Oh, this is Okay, yeah, I think I might have to step away from this. This is getting way
Are
into
you
the
sure you don't
weeds.
want to read the Iliad?
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but like this would be like a whole other
Iliad.
stream unto itself if we were
Oh,
to cure you.
what?
The hell? Get me
Bracken?
out of here.
Why green?
Lepidotrapia? Lepidotrapia? I think I'm
Nope,
missing.
get me out.
SCP-3622.
Get me out. Nope.
You're in bug
How
world.
deep
I'm
do we
pulling the
go?
Stop.
pulling the
You're
plug.
doing that
I
thing, that like Wikipedia thing where people just keep clicking links to try to get to something else.
sorting through the fucking disambiguation pages on the Fate wiki. I
Yes.
gotcha.
Yes.
Okay,
I hate
Helix, we
you.
get the bit. Go.
Kill yourself.
Kill.
Yeah, I think we're good without it. I think we move on to the next SCP.
Listen,
Actually,
I would have been down, and then I saw Scarlet King at the bottom of that. I'm like,
it's not
I
even that.
think
It's
I'm
the fact that it's
good.
got like 37 continuations.
I don't even want to fucking get into the
Perfect.
fact that everyone tries to fucking pivot Scarlet King into their
I'm
head
glad.
canon most of the time.
Korea. Footnote: North Korea.
Okay, well at least they're clarifying that the Democratic People's Republic of Korea is actually just North Korea.
I love.
Oh,
Yep. Hell
that's
yeah.
funny.
They're like,
I
for you dummies.
I mean, to disambiguate that isn't necessarily a bad thing.
No,
this
I get
one
it.
I completely don't know.
I have never heard of this one.
Yeah,
Huh.
I wish we could see when it was originally authored, rather than
Yeah.
blast
I already
edited.
knew this one. I heard of this one.
I was like,
Yeah.
I read the first 100 or so SCPs before, but this one's just
Might
blanking
have just
on
skipped
me.
your mind.
That might be because it's really boring and dumb.
Is that a fucking heat ray at the top?
Is what?
Is it a fucking heat ray at the top of the hotel?
Yeah, it's Korea. Footnote: North Korea.
Well, yeah, it's in fucking Pyongyang.
Guys,
I don't wanna
they
read
have
the Korea.
pyramids in
I mean,
Pyongyang.
I can read this.
I don't want to read the North Korea SCP.
This is a fucking awful photo.
All right, cool. Twitch decided that I
Uh,
don't deserve Twitch chat. Anyway, go on.
Ha ha. Ha.
Okay. Item number SCP-31. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-31 is currently contained in the Ryugyong Hotel, located in the city of Pyongyang, Democratic People's Republic of Korea. As the nation is located and is currently governed by an authoritarian regime with near complete control of state and national media, the possibility of information regarding SCP-31 being released to the world at large is minimal. As said regime is also cooperating with the Foundation in order to maintain physical security of the site. Foundation personnel are instructed to comply with their directives so long as they do not interfere with larger Foundation aims. The structure of the Ryugyong Hotel serves to contain SCP-31 within the large central spiral. 3 secondary spirals located at 120-degree intervals from the central pyramid house Type 9 Heaven's Blade restriction systems, calibrated to focus a disruptive energy field towards the central spire. Although unable to prevent physical escape from SCP-31, the system serves to prevent SCP-31's psychic energies from escaping the structure and affecting off-site personnel. Huh,
That doesn't help.
I see.
Can we get another footnote for the right psionic field disruptor?
How many levels of disambiguation do we need? Anyways, reclamation efforts of the hotel are currently underway, with local government forces utilizing hazmat-suited personnel armed with flame projectors and chemical sprayers to
Whoa.
decontaminate areas affected by SCP-31. However, due to the slow pace of progress and SCP-31's defensive capabilities, reclamation efforts are drastically behind schedule. Personnel who become Yes.
I
Initial
was laughing.
estimates. I was going to read that.
Oh, okay. I quick
Apologies,
read it and I
I
was like,
didn't
this
realize what it
isn't important.
was.
Yeah.
Initial estimates that SCP-31 Central Core would be reclaimed by 1989, but as of 21, efforts are still ongoing. L.
Fuck.
Personnel who become infected by SCP-31's psychic abilities are to be terminated immediately to prevent their biomatter from becoming incorporated into its physical matrix. Oh, good.
Oh, yay. I need to scroll down a bit.
Description. SCP-31 is an amorphous organism with a mass of over 7,500 kilograms that has infiltrated the ductwork and maintenance infrastructure of the building. Tendrils emerging from SCP-31's central mass have spread through the hotel's plumbing and ductworks to all 105 floors of the building. At its peak, over 75% of the hotel's 3,000 rooms were contaminated by SCP-31. Reclamation efforts have destroyed Redacted of the initial infestation, but over Redacted rooms remain affected by SCP-31. SCP-31 tendrils terminate into a pod-like structure, sporocarp, consisting of an ovoid structure approximately 2 meters in length, with multiple cilia-like structures branching off of the main body. On some occasions, subjects in the presence of an SCP-31 sporocarp will instead perceive it as an individual the object had a close emotional connection to in their past. The SCP-31 sporocarp will metamorphose into the shape of the person perceived and attempt to persuade the subject to remain with them for an extended period of time. The SCP-31 sporocarp will next attempt to make physical contact with the targeted individual with their cilia-like structures. Digestive juices will be injected into the subject's body. Their flesh will be consumed and incorporated into SCP-31's body mass. In the meantime, a secondary flagellum will engulf the subject's cranium and brain, replacing the blood vessels with its own tendrils, which will be maintain life support of the affected brain by some unyet discovered means. The tendrils will disseminate the subject and transport the subject's cranium back through the building's ductworks where it's incorporated into the central mass. Footage taken through surveillance drones indicate that these are currently redacted crania in the network of tendrils attached to SCP-31's central mass. By all indications, the brains contained within are still alive and may be conscious.
Oh, good,
Oh,
good.
good. It's literally a hive mind of the
Okay.
Korean people.
What's that one scene from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance? The room full of brains.
Oh yeah, the kid harvesting factory.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much that, but with Korean
What?
people instead.
Yeah,
They're harvesting Koreans?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is, right there.
That's why they need so many.
That's why it's in
What?
fucking Pyongyang.
Shit.
History. SCP-31 was recovered on October 22nd, 1948, following contradictory police records taken after a riot in the city of Redacted, where several civilians had gathered around a refugee camp, professing love and devotion to a cult-like leader whom they referred to as the Beloved. Once initial contact and assessment was made, the civilians were pacified through widespread distribution of inhaled tranquilizers and aerosolized amnestics. MTF Psi-7 was able to recover SCP-31's central mass and move it into containment. In its initial form, SCP-31 consisted of a single amorphous entity approximately 75 kilograms in weight, of vaguely humanoid shape. It had not yet manifested the ability to consume and incorporate human biomatter into itself, or any mind-affecting properties aside from inspiring unusual feelings of love and devotion. As of November 16th, 1948, SCP-31 has been classified as safe and was in containment at Site Redacted. Unfortunately, the Korean conflict, which began in... why can I not recall? Is that June or July?
Oh, no, you should read the numbers.
6/25/1950, resulted in the destruction of the Foundation containment site at Pyongyang and the loss of all anomalies contained within. By the end of the conflict in 1953, all other anomalies were accounted for, either recovered or confirmed destroyed, aside from SCP-31, which was presumed lost and in the wild. Foundation assets first became aware of the reemergence of SCP-31 in 1992 when construction on the Ryugyong Hotel in Pyongyang suddenly halted. Personnel liaising with the local regime confirmed that an anomalous effect had resulted in the disappearance of numerous workers employed in the construction of the hotel, and a Foundation mobile task force was dispatched to investigate. All members of the MTF were subsequently lost in action, and the site was locked down and declared off limits. All work on the Ryugyong Hotel ceased for over 16 years aside from the installation of the Heaven's Blade restriction systems on the secondary spires. In 2008, increased infiltration of SCP-31 into the building's infrastructure resulted in the possibility of its discovery by outside persons. The local regime immediately ordered that windows be installed on the structure to hide the existence of SCP-31 from others, resulting in the loss of redacted more construction workers. Unfortunately, this was perceived as the resumption of construction on the building, resulting in expectations that the structure would actually be completed and open to the public in the future. Reclamation efforts commenced within the year, utilizing flame and solvent protecting equipment to destroy SCP-31's tendrils and sporocarps, with each team accompanied by a political officer assigned to terminate any personnel who became assimilated into SCP-31. As
That's
of
just the date. It's fine.
21. Okay. As of this current date, reclamation efforts are still underway. Foundation personnel are continuing to liaise with the local regime and monitor the progress, which is slow but steady. Appendix 1 excerpts from RISA email server. RISA Associate Director Eleanor Jones to Records Office 2221. Subject: Incomplete Special Containment Procedure Files for SCP-31. Team, I have an issue that needs immediate clarification. I have the Ryugyong Hotel as the location of a mind-affecting stele from the Proto-Afro-Asiatic culture group. As you can see, that's the same location as this brain-stealing flesh network. Are these two objects related at all? Is this hotel some kind of DPRK containment facility? If so, we should put that into the object special containment procedure files. Please reply at your earliest convenience.
Hold on.
From the records office.
I was gonna see what this is real quick.
Oh,
It's
okay.
do we read this one since that is the same building.
Uh, leave it alone.
That's fair. I'd say we just that one.
We'll get there eventually.
We'll get
Get
there
there when we get there.
eventually.
Anyways, from the records office back to Eleanor Jones. Eleanor, as far as my team can figure, there doesn't appear to be a link between the two objects. In fact, I'm getting conflicting reports from the containment teams regarding whether or not either of these objects actually exist. The 1427 team is insisting the hotel is the site for the cell, and there's no brain-eating flesh network there, and the DPRK government is part of the containment procedures. Then I have the team for SCP-31 insisting that the DPRK government's involvement is purely politically motivated, i.e., we don't want to get involved so long as they're taking care of it. And there's no such thing as a mind-affecting cell located within the building, which is concerning, given we've got two mind-affecting anomalies within the same space, and two teams with two separate stories here. Possible Eastern Sumithrace situation? Gwen.
I'm imagining what's happening here is they both just used the same picture of the same building for their SCPs and didn't think about it, and so this was all
They
added
used
in
the same
post.
thing as a
And it's
reference.
like,
Because that's
hey,
kind of fun.
there's the same buildings. Like, this is another SCP. We get there when we. Wait, what number was the
Yeah,
other one? Is this like immediately after? No, it's a few hundred
it's a
apart.
while after.
Yeah,
Jesus, okay.
I say we just leave it behind, even though it probably is pretty related.
Scroll down. SCP-31 and SCP-1427 records conflict was incomplete special containment procedures for SCP-31. Okay, someone needs to get to the bottom of this. We can't have a useful database with just blatantly contradictory information. Make it your first priority to resolve this. Eleanor, will do. Entered into the tracker with a sister ticket, Gwen. Team, can I get an update on the issue? Helix, if you would.
Yeah, a moment. I was cracking my fingers.
My apologies. I guess I wasn't clear that further updates would be sent out through the tracker system. We're gathering information, assessing the situation. We'll keep you informed. Gwen. Team, it's been 3 days. Can I please get the requested update, or at least a deadline by which we'll have this issue resolved? Elidor. As I stated in Tracker Update 22 on this ticket, we found that the problem is more complicated than we expected, requiring us to physically send a person from HQ over to Pyongyang to investigate. It's taken us some time to get through that North Korean red tape totalitarian governance, alright? And get the paperwork done to reassign Jenny's responsibilities while she's gone.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
No.
scroll up, I think, just to make sure. Okay, yeah. What's
Ask
the holdup?
ChatGPT to summarize.
Team, it's been 2 weeks. Why has there been no update on this issue? This is a highly time-sensitive issue, and your lack of progress is extremely disappointing. We need to get this resolved before Maria has to step in.
Oh shit!
Not Maria. From
Eleanor, I can
God.
assure you that, per your instructions, yes, Helix, go on.
I'm done.
Okay. Eleanor, I can assure you that, per your instructions, resolving this issue has been our top priority. We have been cross-referencing between the documentation, and the only discrepancy appears to be the fact that there are discrepancies. As in, all of the documentation for one project is internally consistent, and all of the documentation for the second project is internally consistent. It's only when you put them together that things don't make sense. We've tried talking to the project heads of both teams, but neither of them seem to know the other exists. We've tried having them look up the other team's SCP file and system. They can read it just fine, but it doesn't make sense to them. SCP-31 team has no record of 1427 on site and vice versa. I thought there might be some kind of space-time parallel dimension thing going on, so we had a member of each team try to meet up at the same place at Ryugyong Hotel, outside the front entrance. They were not able to find each other, despite confirming that they were both in the same place at the same time, photographs with timestamps attached. We then had the two team members try to meet up at a location outside of the hotel, and they were able to meet up just fine. When they tried to return to the hotel together, they lost track of each other and ended up not being able to find one another. We tried sending Jenny over to Pyongyang to investigate. That was a pain in the ass given the visa restrictions in North Korea. They weren't able to meet with both teams simultaneously, but they were able to meet with each team one by one. Both teams gave them a tour of their containment facility, and everything seemed to be in order. 31 team showed them the reclaimed rooms and the cleanup teams, while 1427 team showed them the location of the cell. Neither team was able to allow direct contact with the anomaly because of the containment procedures, but they were able to confirm its consistence through remote cameras. The DPRK team for 31 had no idea about the existence of any DPRK assets being used to contain 1427 and vice versa. This might not be too surprising given information controls in that country. To make things even worse, Jenny got a call from Ennui, or Yunmi, at the KR branch asking what the hell a Risa staff member was doing in the city. She contacted them, and as far as KR is concerned, we do not and have not had any assets in the Ryugyong Hotel. Jenny went so far as to ask Yunmi to take her to the. Pardon.
Oh, he's been called.
No. To take her to the hotel and show her around, and when she got there, she couldn't find any trace of SCP-31, 1427, or the teams involved with either. So in conclusion, after 3 weeks of hard work, we can conclude from the evidence one of the following must be true. SCP-31 exists, and SCP-1427 does not. 2. SCP-1427 exists, and SCP-31 does not. 3. Both SCP-1427 and 31 exist, and there is an anomaly at the Ryugyong Hotel preventing either team from knowing about the other or proving the other exists. 4. Neither SCP-31 or 1427 exist, and there is an anomaly at the Ryugyong Hotel creating the impression that exists in the RISA central staff, but the KR branches are not affected. 5. One or both of SCP-31 and 1427 may or may not exist, and the KR branch are under a mind-affecting compulsion that they do not, or were under compulsion that it does. 6. All or none or some of the above may be true simultaneously due to multi-worlds theory, parallel universes, or timey-wimey fuckery shit, and if you have any idea on what we can fucking do to go fucking fix that shit, I've got.
Still signed off.
She had a fucking breakdown because
I
of her.
fucking love this. This is awesome.
You know what? Hell yeah.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, I'm so
Oh my
glad I read
god.
this.
Oh my.
Good afternoon, Ryza staff. Thank you again for all your hard work. Today's email will be a short one. 1. The 3.14 update of the Scuttle has been updated to snapshot 22.7.
Wait. You're that's.
Oh, did I miss one? Shit,
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
missed this one.
My apologies. Subject, new directives. Hello, team. 1. Effective immediately, Guinevere Kirkpatrick has been relieved of her duties as the project lead at Records Office 22-1. All records at Office 22-1 staff are to make the resolution of tickets and their top priority. No other work on any other project is to continue until this issue is resolved. I want hourly reports until this matter is concluded. Okay, and this next set is from the presumed new head of record keeping and information security, Maria Jones. Subject: Upon farewell and other updates. Good afternoon, RISA staff. Thank you again for all your hard work. Today's email will be a short one. 1. The 3.14 update of Scuttle has been updated to snapshot 22.7-D. Please remind your team leads to log into the test instance and confirm proper functionality. Send any bug reports to the Scuttle team as soon as possible. We know that this involves taking a time out of your day for additional tasks, but the sooner we complete this wide-scale stress test, the sooner we can roll out the new version and put some fears to rest. 2. I'm saddened to announce that Eleanor has chosen to retire due to health concerns. This announcement came as a surprise to me as well. Due to the sudden nature of her health crisis, she was unable to say goodbye to us before being transferred to Redacted Hospital, where I understand she is convalescing nicely. Please expect a follow-up email with a link to a crowdfunding page for a going-away gift for her, as well as an address where you can send cards, gifts, and other well wishes. Until we can appoint a new AD to take over projects, I assume AD is an acting director, we will temporarily be splitting her teams up between several different existing ADs. Expect an announcement of the new table of organization by noon GMT. 3. Please take a moment during your next weekly team meeting to go over Section 22B, reporting inconsistencies in documentation of your handbook with your team, and make sure that everyone knows the proper procedures to follow if and when you end up with an information anomaly. Maria.
Yeah, I'm
Are
willing
you?
to bet that all of this was added in after the original
After
author found out
Yep.
about.
that's really
Yeah.
funny. If so,
Yep.
I respect the hustle.
Were you
Yeah,
pronouncing it Eleanor?
What? Eleanor or Eleanor? No, I think I was just pronouncing it Eleanor.
I don't
Oh,
remember.
okay.
But no, honestly, huge respect because that added so much more to this, if that is really
Love
what
that.
happened.
They were like, yes, I
I
get to
like
write
listen,
some more
I already
story.
like the base creature for 31 and the other two seem like they're
Yeah.
interesting, but the fact that they've intertwined it on what's presumed to be the
Like
first is
Yeah.
really, really cool.
like this on its own makes a pretty decent SCP. It's pretty
Yeah.
fine. I like their use of actual dates. I understand why a lot of articles do at the very least expunge this part because then continuity becomes a problem. And people might draw connections that are unnecessary, like, oh, there was another SCP that happened on 06/25,
Yeah.
1950. Is this
Whoa!
related? No, no, they picked
No!
a
Please
fucking
stop
ran.
asking!
They
I
picked a
don't want to go
random date.
back to Pyongyang!
Yeah,
But
that or
also,
like,
Rich, I see that you were sending the months that each date corresponds to. I appreciate it. I had the stream in widescreen so I could fully read it.
yeah. But I really liked all of this part where they were trying to like reason with how the fuck is this happening?
Gwen just had enough. Honestly, same.
Yeah, this one's pretty short. Assuming that the interviews aren't insanely long, but it
All
has
right, let's
already
see it.
been a 3-hour stream, so
Well, we can finish off with these.
that is true.
We may as well do it right. I already had to opt out of Scarlet King, which Scarlet King, I think I'm allowed one.
You get one before we encounter him for real. Does Ridge want to get another one in now that he's finished his 17th ice cream sandwich?
No.
Ridge.
Ridge.
Sorry, I'll be back in a second. Gotta get an ice cream sandwich.
You son of a bitch.
Unfathomably based. Anyway.
He's just forcing them down now because he's too scared to read out loud. So he just keeps using
He
it
does
as an
so out of spite.
excuse. Yep.
But so does Ridge actually want to or no?
I mean, he don't think he's here right now. I think he's content eating sandwich.
Some big.
Okay,
Aw.
you or me, Helix.
You've read like 2 in a row, so I'd feel bad making you read another one.
I don't mind. It's up to
That
you.
is true. How big are these?
How long are
Alright,
the? How long are these?
I've returned now with
Oh,
sandwich.
ooh. Okay, well, this is gonna be a two-man job. So
Even this isn't that bad, but
No,
like
okay.
all these is 2-man.
I've returned now with sandwich.
Did you want to read this one, Ridge?
Sure.
You can read like the top stuff before the addendums. The other two can be played by, I guess, me and Helix.
That works.
Alright. SCP-032. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures.
Rapido, rapido.
032 is to be housed in automated containment unit 535-15. Direct contact with 032 is to be restricted to research relevant tasks only. Interviews if deemed necessary to be carried out using the unit's remote communication.
Okay,
Alright.
okay.
032's presence is not
Alright,
directly harmful
alright,
to the human
Red.
body.
Red.
Exposure to
Red.
for periods of 12 hours lesser adverse effects on most beneficial microorganisms.
Read sever.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Alright, you can leave the fugue state now. Anyways, do you want to read or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
God fucking
Read at a normal pace. Please.
SCP-032 is to be housed in Automated Containment Unit 535/15. Direct contact with SCP-032 is to be restricted to research-relevant tasks only. Interviews, if deemed necessary, are to be carried out using the unit's remote communication array. While SCP-032's presence is not directly harmful to the human body, exposure to it is to be limited to periods of 12 hours or less due to its adverse effects on most beneficial microorganisms. SCP-032 is not to be exposed to any biological material not refined or otherwise tempered by humanity, with an emphasis on non-human living entities. For a full list of classifications, see Document 032 RCL. SCP-032 neither requires nor requested substances or other forms of comfort. Description: SCP-032 is a Type F imperfect external resemblance, internally inconsistent, human simulacrum of currently unknown origins. It is composed of an outer shell of pigmented silicon, 5.5 millimeters thick, and various plastic fiber polymers, with the outward appearance of a Caucasian woman nearing the third decade of life. SCP-032's interior is composed entirely of liquid refined oil, lacking any skeletal or muscle structure. Despite this, SCP-032 is capable of locomotion and speech. SCP-032 is capable of maintaining the illusion of humanity at a moderate distance, but becomes unconvincing at a closer range, causing mild discomfort in most observers. This effect has been deemed non-anomalous. Despite apparently possessing fully realized cognitive abilities, SCP-032 claims that it is not sapient, acting only as an intermediary instrument of its creators. The Foundation has not been able to verify or refute this claim as of yet. SCP-032 possesses extreme adverse effects to any biological entity in its close vicinity not created, willfully influenced, manipulated by, or similarly relating to humanity. While the exact nature of these effects varies, SCP-032's presence inevitably causes severe and irreparable damage to the ability of any living organism to exchange and/or use energy. Wild flora loses its ability to photosynthesize or otherwise produce or consume energy. Fauna, the use of its respiratory and digestive systems, etc. This applies to microorganisms as well, though SCP-032's effects seem to favor damage to their reproductive systems instead. It is hypothesized that the symbiotic relation some microorganisms have to humanity is the reason for this discrepancy.
Okay.
Scroll down, you clown.
Alright, dead.
SCP-032 was discovered sitting on the doorstep of the inner compound of Foundation Site-17 near, I don't know,
Slovakia.
Slovakia. When questioned by Foundation security personnel, SCP-032 explained its anomalous effects and claimed it was there to be stored. Surveillance footage shows no record of the time of its arrival, and it is not yet known how SCP-032 came to know Site-17's location or approach it without being spotted. When asked for its reason for seeking Foundation custody, SCP-032 replied that it was there at the command of its creators, seeking indefinite storage until claimed.
Yeah. For reference, we take turns reading the different articles.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah, so that one was Ridge reading it.
Yeah. Mia and Mord, other guy in VC, are going to be taking over this part now, which eyeglasses are off for. Do you want
Dan.
to read this real quick, Ridge?
Note: this interview was recorded near the time of SCP-032's initial containment by Dr. Alexander Kovac, Site-17 resident psychologist, following its initial examination by Site Security.
Alright, who's taking Kovac and who's taking 32?
I kind of want to be 32.
Okay.
No.
Before we begin, there's something I feel I should ask you, since security so often neglects to do so. It's not strictly conforming to protocol, but I find it tends to make things easier.
I was instructed to cooperate.
Oh, god damn it. Good. Very good. Tell me then, what is your name?
I don't have one. People have names. I'm not one.
Is that so? What did your so-called creators call you then?
They didn't.
Surely they had to refer to you somehow.
I am a vessel of their will and nothing else. They never needed to call. They never will.
In that case, would you mind if I refer to you as SCP-032?
I was instructed to cooperate.
So you said. So you said. Tell me then, what is the purpose of your coming here?
I am stored here until collected.
Security told me that much, but why here, and collected by whom?
Collected by the ones they wish to torment, and stored here because in finding me here, he will suffer further.
Is that so? Is that person you refer to part of this organization then? Do your creators bear some grudge towards a particular operative?
He is not one of you, merely a one-time sympathizer of sorts. He believes you tried to help him once, and if he is forced here, if he finds me here, you will die. That will hurt him. They have no interest in any of you or your organization. You are here as a tool just as I am.
Who is this man then? What did he do to earn this sort of treatment from your creators?
He did not know his place. Won when he should have lost, was proud when he should have been humbled, was wasteful with gifts too precious for abuse.
And you are here as punishment?
He was already punished severely, forced away from kin and kind, to endlessly wander, to destroy against his will, to poison humanity by his very presence. Eternal solitude, flavored by ceaseless guilt. A masterwork of torment, they say.
If that's the case, why are you here?
Because even in this existence there is the occasional moment of solace. At times he may yet look to the world and see things he will not destroy, look to nature and feel warm wonder, and bask in the false light of ancient moldy memories. It keeps him sane, gives him hope. That will not serve. Hence my presence. I am to be his last undoing, a hastening to the end of reason.
And how will your presence do that? Are you meant to deceive him in some way? Is that why you look the way you do?
In a manner of speaking, eventually his wanderings will lead him here, to me, in a day or a month or a century, and he will recognize me and see what they think of his precious memories, how they mock him. He'll understand that because of his actions she is forever beyond his grasp, and all that remains to him is me, a simulacrum as artificial as his hope. When he finds me, I will attach myself to him, and he will watch the mockery of his memories destroy his last source of solace. And that will be that.
I. You said he will recognize you. Why?
I used to be his wife.
Ooh.
Aw.
Same deal here.
No, this interview was held 6 months following SCP-32's initial containment, as part of a series of interviews meant to evaluate SCP-32's cognitive abilities and personality, or lack thereof. Begin log.
I hate her.
Well, that's certainly a way to start an interview. Care to elaborate?
The one I was made to look like my mold. I hate her.
An interesting sentiment for you to have, considering your repeated assurance that you possess no consciousness or feeling of your own.
I don't. I hate her because they want me to. It serves their purpose.
How do you get that impression?
The first thing they did after creating me was to show her to me. It's not something they often do.
I don't follow.
Interfere with those who. Oh, I can put my glasses back on. Hold on. Don't say AI waifu in chat. Ah.
AI waifu, AI waifu,
Interfere.
AI
I
waifu.
lost the voice when I put my glasses on.
Someone needs
Interfere
to
with
plug the
those who
streamer
pass
back in.
beyond their halls. They might be vengeful, spiteful, even cruel, but they take their duties very seriously. Just to show her to me, to risk disturbing her final rest. They wouldn't do that without a purpose.
And
She was beautiful. God, I can't move. I can't do the voice anymore with the glasses on. What? So peaceful, serene, whole, even gone, even dead, I could see the essence of who she used to be, of who she still was and forever will be. Her soul. They told me she didn't get to live for all that long, but when she lived, she was herself. She was alive, and so I hated her. Do
do you know
you
what it
know what
feels?
it feels like to be
Sorry.
made as a mockery? In every line of that smooth, silent face, I saw a twisted reflection in my own. Fragrant skin to molded plastic, soft hair to synthetic fiber, blood to oil, soul to nothing at all.
Excuse me if this sounds presumptuous, but I can't imagine feelings like this coming from anywhere but yourself.
Can't you see? This is all part of their plan. When he finds me, when he sees what the brothers created just to punish him further, he'll go mad.
Because of what they did to the memory of his wife.
Not only that, because you'll see me. You'll see how much I hate her, and how much I hate myself for not being her. Hate being here at all.
And then what?
Then a final realization.
And what would that be?
He never won.
Wow. Hang on, scroll back down. Uh, Brothers of Death. Nope, not gonna touch that. Alright.
Do you think that's just... Is it just fucking Cain and Abel?
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Oh, nope. Get me out.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't think this
Itchy.
is Cain and Abel.
No, Cain and Abel are like within the first 100,
That's
if I
just a
recall.
man.
Huh.
I
He
don't
looks
think
so
they're... I do
comfy.
not think they're in the first 100.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
flashbang.
they are.
Oh, Cain
73
is.
is Cain, and where's Abel?
Oh, 76. Okay, you're right. Alright.
Yeah,
Why
I
did
could
they
have swore they were
emphasize his
both within like the
bulge?
60 to 70 range.
Yeah, because I very specifically remember it was Cain that, like, absorbs all life around him as he
Or
walks,
some bullshit, yeah.
doomed to, like, wander the earth. And so
Why
that's what
did they
I was
draw
thinking this whole time.
like that?
Maybe, but like, there's nothing that can easily link back to confirm this.
Yeah. Sorry, Lauren, what was that?
Why did they draw his bulge so prominent?
Anyway, let's
Funny.
continue.
Alright, so are we still going, or are we gonna call it here? It's
I don't
10:30.
know, because I was thinking about calling it here. We have been going for 3+ hours.
I'm fine either way,
The
but...
Binding of Isaac Cain joke.
Again,
Again, feels kind of weird to raid off from this. I wonder if
Yeah.
Mari's still streaming. Should I just raid Mari? That could be funny.
Meow 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 meow.
What's she even called?
Oh, fuck,
Meow
girl.
meow 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 meow. Does she have it linked?
I don't.
So like her.
Hold on. I'm gonna find her. Because I thought she was live a bit earlier with Roblox. Yeah, she is still live.
I
Oh,
think I
she's
do a
doing
lot.
like a split stream with a VTuber friend of hers. Okay.
I will say, I think I do better with like longer story styled entries.
I think they're good.
Like
I think they're yeah.
uh I can read base articles. It's just I seem to flow more naturally when it's a story.
Yeah, I think
I feel
story ones are definitely really cool. I like sometimes like when it gets to like certain points of actual articles. This isn't the one we're on. We finished 32, right? Yeah, we finished 32.
yeah.
Where it's like, oh, just like see document 32 RCL SCP 32 is just like, oh fuck.
I don't mind so much that. It really does depend on how it's written. Like this one was fine.
Like these are so much more fun to read together.
Oh yeah. Like
Like
the
reading this
interviews
all in
are
your
a
head
large
is fine
portion
and
of what
all, but
people
like
like.
as a stream, reading these out is so cool. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
When you had your glasses off, were you like leaned really close to the screen? I didn't think to look.
Oh, yeah, I was. I was. Very much.
But just explain the pauses. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm like thinking, wait, those
Like,
letters, those are
okay,
probably really
you remember
small
when I
for
was
him.
reading one, right? I genuinely
Yeah.
couldn't tell what that said. I was like struggling, like wincing at my screen. Where is it? Where is it?
I would have also probably had
This.
fun with 32, but you did good.
I was
Oh,
I Ridge read 32. Oh, you mean like the part of 32? No,
Yeah, the
yeah.
part of 32.
I had my glasses off all the way like down to here-ish
oh,
or
it's so
something.
funny.
Yeah, like down to here I think I had my glasses off.
Dang.
But it is funny that I lost the voice after putting my
Momentarily so.
glasses on. I struggled to get back into it. Like I locked in for the first one. I think the voice was fitting.
It took a couple lines for me to make peace with it. I think the first one was rougher than the others, but yeah, you did good.
Yeah, like I think that's the kind of voice this character would have.
People have names. I'm not one.
Exactly. Well, that's the second SCP stream. I will be uploading the VOD for this onto the VODs channel, just the same as the first. I don't know if I
Because
mentioned that
for
to you,
these
but
in particular.
yeah, I did
Yeah, that's
upload the VOD for it, and
fine.
I will be continuing. Honestly, these wouldn't be that bad to edit out the middle parts where we're not reading either, to
Oh
like
yeah,
make
just
actual videos. But that would require me learning how to actually edit things, and that's
most of it would just be cutting out like dead air, but it would just be a
yeah.
tedious process more than anything, I imagine.
That's the plus. Anyway, we're gonna go raid Mari, friend of mine. It's
Yeah.
not she's not doing anything like this,
Woo!
but nobody
Boo.
else
As
really
a sign of
is.
goodwill.
Oh. All right.
Meow, 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 meow.
Thank you everybody for joining on this stream. We'll be doing these like we'll be trying to do it every Saturday,
Yeah, we're
unless
gonna try
something
and do
else.
this on weekends.
Like
Hey, so today's
unfortunately, the past
Sunday.
2 Saturdays I've been busy, and
Yeah.
so we haven't been able to do them. But I don't think we're gonna be skipping anymore.
We're
Anyway,
gonna try to keep it consistent.
yeah. But of course, it's a weekend and it's packed, so it's whatever. Goodbye, stream. Goodbye.
The raid has been cancelled.
What do you mean it's been?
Fuck.
Are you
L.
fucking kidding me?
Did you cancel it?
I did the thing on my phone where it showed up and I tried to
I knew
close
it.
it. I need to. I need to fix that. I need to like log out of this, like the same account, and log into a different account to watch my stream, because it's just gonna keep happening. Oh well, I'll start the stream again.
The raid.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry.
Stupidity's canceled himself. Yeah, it happens. Like I literally just can't see chat with that. Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry
Look
to
at you
anyone
so
who's
much.
just joining in. Caught the end of the stream. I see the viewer count jumped up a little. Goodbye every Saturday. We're gonna be trying to do this.
Bye.
Raid now. Actually, wait, do I click raid now from OBS or from where I started the raid? I'm scared.
I don't know. I
I'll
don't
do it here.
know.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, it worked.
That should have worked, yeah.
Oh god, that